The Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202, featuring Opie, Anthony, and James Norton.
What? What is this? Garbage! You know what? I can't take this anymore. It's an awful, awful radio show.
We're really, really mean-spirited, evil people who can't see the good in anything.
I think we've done a good job so far of being open-minded and broad-minded.
You know, like when you try to call the police when I touch you.
I don't call the police. I just pretend, because it makes you touch me a little harder.
Oh, God.
Excellence in broadcasting.
It's too bad you got to have some form of intelligence to listen to the Opie and Anthony show. Let's be honest, you probably didn't graduate high school. You probably have 3 or 4 kids, and you're probably a grandma at the age of 32. So I guess we have to give that much to you.
Tanya, I'd like to apologize.
Why would you apologize? Go away.
Opie.
Jail is better than this misery I'm in.
Anthony.
I just think Nazi, and I can't get it out of my head.
Jim Norton.
Hilarious! Hilarious, people!
You guys ready to laugh?
It's got to be the greatest thing ever.
I'd sooner have a water drinking contest. It's the Opie and Anthony show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Yes, we are live.
Hi.
A lot of the pests were wondering if we were going to do a show today, Anthony.
Yeah, because we always wussy out when we're traveling. We decide we need a traveling day before we leave and after we leave. Come back.
I had a dream since the last time we talked to everybody that we flew to Vegas and back in less than 36 hours.
Oh, we did.
Did that happen, really?
We did.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. The ONA virus spreading across America. My voice is shot. It looks like Anthony caught it a little bit.
Mine's like completely...
Club Soda Kenny's got it. Rich Voss has it.
Who started it?
I went away sick. I was sick all last week, or the end of last week. Traveled, and maybe I passed it on to you guys.
This ain't a sick thing. This is a bad voice thing. I'm not sick. I don't have a cough. I don't feel bad. I don't have a runny nose. It's just my voice is shot.
That's how it started with me. And now I got a heavy cold.
If a lot of people have it, it must be some kind of thing. Sure, I don't think anybody's yelling.
If stupid Mars from XM brought over his stupid strep throat
That he writes about
it.
Corporate emails?
In his email like it's a blog. Jesus Christ, enough.
Usually, we work with a lot of people very closely. If someone's sick, you might write an email like, hey, I'm sick, so make sure blah, blah does my duties for the day. Freaking Mars, one of our guys over at XM, he's an engineer, and he's a very good guy, and he works his ass off for the Opie and Anthony show. He sent out an email that he has strep throat, that the strep throat has come back. Not sure what strain of strep throat it is. So he got a culture. The culture was sent to a lab. He's waiting for the results from his doctor so they could treat this form of strep throat. I'm like, way too much information. Don't care.
First the first one was like a couple of weeks ago. He said he had strep throat, but not to worry. He isn't contagious, and he's staying at home and taking his antibiotics until he's okay.
Right.
All right, fine. Then he comes back. Now he's out, and we get another email saying it didn't go away all the way, and now it's back, and he needs more. So now I'm thinking, oh, great. He was walking around contagious with strep throat.
And we all happen to have a throat thing.
Yeah, now we all have a throat thing. If I get strep throat, I'm killing him.
So we'll see what happens. Well, we went to Vegas, and we came back from Vegas, landed at Newark Airport yesterday. We had no business flying yesterday. Did you see the board when we got in?
Congratulations to that pilot. Wow. What a job.
You said at the casino, we're at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, the night before, after the ONA traveling virus, all the talk backstage was, are we going to be able to fly, and get back to New York to do the radio show on Monday? And Ant's like, I just want one of those go-getter pilots that just says, let's go for it.
Who's with me?
Who's with me?
Like, I want you just line up and hey, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But I need a plane full of people. I know people are willing. Where are the brave ones? Come on. And I'm on. Let's just go. Go for it.
And I was laughing at you when you brought that up, but I think we got that actual guy yesterday.
We got that guy.
Because,
the circumstances of the flight were a little weird to start with. We get to the airport, and we go and finally board the plane.
Get all comfy.
On time. We get all comfy in our little first-class seats. It was very nice. And they start boarding coach. And then an announcement comes over and says, everyone's going to have to get off the plane because it's going to be delayed like 2 hours or something ridiculous because of the weather. So we're like, can't we just sit here in our nice big cushy seats instead of getting... Everyone knows how uncomfortable airport chairs are. They're made so you can't lay down because people would lay down in them.
Yeah.
So they're made with the metal armrests. You can't move anything. It just sucks. So, Keith slept on the floor. And
well, keep in mind, too, we haven't slept yet.
Yeah.
So to
pulled
be
an all-nighter.
To be on the plane and you can recline a chair and you got like an hour delay, hour and a half delay, we were set. We're like, oh, man, I'll just start sleeping right now.
Dude, I was already asleep. I was already asleep when they announced it.
And for some reason, like, no, if you guys stay on the plane, that means we have to stay on the plane with you.
To take care of you and stuff. It's like, oh, come on.
No, because they want to make sure we don't steal stuff from everybody who put their luggage in already.
Just going to be
I'm like, give me a break. Let us just sleep.
Post a guard.
So then they pull us all off the plane. And then we're all just sitting at tables, like, just miserable. It's now, like 7 in the morning. We haven't slept yet.
Again, I fell asleep in the chair in the airport. Like, any chance I could get, even if I leaned against the wall, I would fall asleep.
This is 7 a.m. Sunday morning. Basically, all of us haven't slept since Thursday night. No joke. A few hours here, a few hours there. That's about it. And we're just miserable at these tables. Like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden they make an announcement. No, quickly get back on the plane. Get back on the plane.
Get back on the plane. We're gonna go. So I'm thinking,
we're going for it.
We got that pilot.
We have to rush back on now because we have a small window to take off.
Yeah.
And they found a small window for us to land, so we have to rush back on the plane.
Yeah. So we all just run back on the plane. Everyone loads in real quick, and this pilot just goes for it. And
know what was weird about the flight home? It was like sunny skies for how long was yesterday's flight? 4.5, 5 hours.
Yeah.
So for about 4.5 hours, it was just beautiful blue skies, sunny. But in the back of your head, because we were all checking with people we know and love from home, and we're like, oh man, we know what we're flying into.
Know it's coming.
And then slowly but surely, the clouds start outside the window, and it gets heavier and heavier. Next thing you know, you can't see anything.
Now, here was the creepiest part of the whole thing. I'm looking out the window. They'd woken us up and said there's going to be a lot of turbulence coming in, so we want everybody to put their seat up, buckle up, because we're coming into final. The final was way the hell out too. They didn't turn or anything. Like, they set us up, lined up with the runway 100 miles out
because they knew the plane really couldn't turn with the winds that were happening.
With what was going on, it's going to be hard enough to just handle the thing. So we're flying, and I see a pretty good cloud cover below us, and then I crane my head to look as far front as I could. There was what looked like a tidal wave. It was a cloud that shot up about 30,000 feet higher than the cloud level below us, and it was a wall of this storm cloud that we were flying directly into. So I looked at it and just looked over at Ova and went, oh, this is going to be a good one.
This is going to be a doozy.
Because I go, the second we hit that wall,
yeah.
That wall is where the line is of turbulent air. That's why the cloud is there. So we hit this thing and boom, 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 boom. We start really getting bounced around pretty good.
But it started a little like da-da-da. Just a couple bumps. Da-da-da. It was like the start of some awesome Metallica song.
Yeah, and then
starting slow, and then
the wings start tipping back and forth, and then the tail starts sliding one way or another.
Yeah, man.
You're tilting on every axis and bumping and bouncing the whole time, and then the rain starts, where you see just rain pouring down your windows, like it's going, of course, sideways because you're going pretty quick, and then I'm hearing all the mechanics of a landing. I'm looking out the window going, we're on final, but he hasn't put his flaps down yet.
And Ann and I
which
were
is
looking
odd to me, because usually, the second they mention final, they start doing things where they putting the flaps down and stuff and slowing the plane down.
We were looking at each other because you do the same thing I do. When you're flying through clouds, you keep looking out the window. You just want to see a peak of the ground.
A little hole in the clouds to
man,
see the ground.
I don't see nothing.
Nothing. So now I feel the flaps start going down.
And now we're rocking.
And he tells the
plane's
flight
rocking.
crew to get into their seats and prepare for landing.
Get into your crash positions.
Yeah, they're already strapped in. I hear the gear come down.
Yeah.
Now, when the gear comes down, you're pretty low. Still looking out the window, can't see anything. At this point, Patrice.
Okay, thanks. Yeah.
Patrice O'Neill turns around, and it's pretty quiet. Everyone's being pretty quiet in the cabin. Patrice turns around and real loud goes, "I just want to tell all of you, I've loved you very much," and turns back around
to the whole area. Class area.
Tells the whole area, and the guy sitting next to him's looking at him like he's a weirdo. I just start cracking up laughing because it's Patrice and he's an idiot, and it was hysterical. It was a funny line. So now we hear the gear come down, flaps go to full, and we're really shaking around a lot. And then we saw this glimmer of the ground for a second, and I look at Ope, and he pointed down and goes, "You see that?" I'm like, "Yeah." Finally, the ground completely breaks through at about 800 feet.
Tops.
It was tops 800 feet. And then you could see the ground, but you couldn't see anything. And even the tip of the wing was obscured to me by cloud cover. It was so friggin' socked in. And we were lined right up with the runway.
That's what's
again, the magic of instruments.
That's creepy if you're a pilot, that you just got to depend on those instruments. You're just flying into nothingness.
You don't see anything.
You don't see crap. You're like, well, I just hope these instruments are right.
Hope everything here is working, because this is telling me I'm flying. I'm not upside down.
Dude,
This tells me that we're on course to run right into the runway.
I would never be able to be a pilot, because that whole time when they're just staring at a wall of clouds.
Just white.
Just whiteness. My mind would be just going nuts, thinking at any moment something is going to appear out of those clouds, like a mountain, another plane, a building, God forbid,
anything. So Patrice is turning around and he's going, "I just hope it's one of those pilots that's been in a lot of stuff that start with the word operation." He goes, "I hope it's a Korean War pilot or something where, he's been shot at and just gone like, who cares? This is nothing." They're up front during all this as the cabin's freaking out, and they're just talking about what they're going to do when they hit the bar later on. I just want a lot of things where he was involved with, operation this and operation that, and killed a lot of people. And that's the pilot Patrice wants. So we come through the cloud cover. The runway's there. We land, obviously, safely. And when we start rolling to slow down to taxi, Patrice turns around and goes, I got a little nervous back there. I just came apart a little bit. I want you to know.
Forget what I said back
there.
I
got a little nervous. He's hysterical.
And
man.
then we get into the airport, and the board was just lit up.
Oh, yeah.
Delay.
Cancel.
There, see, they're showing it on the news just as I said that. I'm amazed that we got into New York yesterday. Look at that. On time, canceled. Unbelievable. Anyway, so here we are.
So we got one of those go-getter pilots that just did a good job. And when he opened the door, he was all swagger. Nothing but swagger. He opened that door and hung out a while by the door, just looking around. He had the perfect gray pilot hair, his little pilot hat on, and he just looked the part. Probably flew the, stealth bomber or something.
And when you have a regular flight, that door's usually closed or they're in there. This guy was posturing.
Oh yeah,
he wanted to take his compliments.
He stood in the door for a while.
Yeah,
I did it. I brought her in.
I brought
her in for you people on time, mind you.
They were open before we left, when they first kicked us off. One of the smooth, handsome co-pilots were walking up, goes, "Well, we'll keep you posted." They were very happy to be seen.
Oh yeah, they were. They were heroes. Look at them.
But anyway, Vegas was a huge success. We went there to announce the O&A Traveling Virus comedy tour that's happening this summer. So far, I think we got 7 dates announced, something like that.
Yeah.
Or 8 total, and one's already done, believe it or not. That was what am I trying to say? The Vegas show, I mean, we had the 8 or 9 comedians and we had the 3-hour show for everybody, but that was the toned down version because we played a small venue just to kick off the whole thing.
Kick it off.
By the way, By the way, it was a sold-out show in Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, just like we told you guys. And now that we bring it to all these cities, open-air stadiums, it's going to be 10, 12,000 people at each venue.
Huge.
With the Village and all sorts of other things happening. But besides that, everyone at the show had a great time. It was great seeing the Pest Out West, the POWs they're called.
Bunch of new people.
It was really nice to see a bunch of new fans. They are just really, really passionate about this radio show, which was cool to see in person.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to tell everybody out there, especially if you're younger and you're planning a trip to Vegas, oh my God, go to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Wow.
Holy crap. I felt like I was back in college and I was on spring break. They were just hot broads, just hammered everywhere.
A lot of ass.
A lot of ass
out there.
A lot of TNA. I've never seen a pool area like that in my life. I've heard rumors about the pool at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. They nickname it something else, Hard Blank pool.
That's funny.
But I guess it's got that nickname, and it's just one huge party with women barely wearing anything the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, the gambling part of the whole thing, as far as the Hard Rock goes, is minimal. I mean, they got the tables and stuff if you want to do the gambling, but I mean, the pool and the clubs and just everywhere you went. It was
bitches walking around.
It was beyond
Hot
cool.
Bitches.
So we got all the info for the Traveling Virus. It's up on our website, just the name of our show.com, because I don't even know if we're allowed to mention it. We need to mention our website because now people need to get the info for the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus comedy tour.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, we're playing Jones Beach June 16th. We're playing Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut June 30th. And each one of these shows will have 8 or 9 comedians. Tweeter Center, Mansfield, Massachusetts.
Oh, we got the Tweeter Center. Good.
July 21st. The Nissan Pavilion in Virginia. I can't wait to do that one. August 18th, because we haven't done anything in the Washington area in a while.
Yep.
PNC in Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th. And then, of course, we make it back down to the Philly area. We're going back to Camden, the Tweeter Center down there, September 15th. Like I said, 8 or 9 comedians on every stop. All the comedians you know and love from the show. Go to opieandanthony.com for all the info.
I feel like soldiers having to be recalled for Iraq.
Yeah, right.
Knowing that we're going back to Camden.
Oh, no kidding, man.
I loved Camden. I mean, it was a little blip on the radar there, but I loved it.
It was fun. But it's one of those situations like, oh my God, we got to go back there.
It was a party last year. It'll definitely be a party this year.
Yeah.
But all the info is up on our website. Tickets go on sale this Friday at 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com, okay?
Are we forgetting one?
Yeah, because I think we got 1 or 2 that we're still working on.
In the works.
I've been yelling and screaming, man. We got to make it to the Buffalo area. We have to.
Yep.
The show has blown up in Buffalo. We're not sure about Cleveland, unfortunately, because to be quite honest, the ticket sales were a little rough last year, and we gotta try to save this tour. So we're not sure if we're going to Cleveland, but Buffalo, you'll get the hardcore fans coming from Cleveland, and we also are doing very well in Rochester. So those people will go to the Buffalo area, and there's a place called Darien Lake that would be absolutely perfect for this tour. So we're hoping we can get that done.
Don't we have Detroit?
Possibly Detroit and possibly Chicago. Okay. Yeah, we're still, and then maybe even another city in there that we haven't even talked about yet.
Oh, okay.
But so far we got. There's got to be another one because Pete said we had a total of 8. One's done already. I got 6 in front of me, so there is one that we're missing. Maybe it is Detroit. I'm not sure. So, but it was a huge success. The Vegas trip was amazing.
Oh yeah,
amazing.
Just hardcore fans too.
Yeah,
amazing.
What was great was that fan who allowed what's her name to just pull chest hair right out of his chest. Unfortunately, we didn't get a video. Maybe if someone got a video of that, they could send it to Steve because the rest of our audience
How did we not have video of that?
Has to see that.
It was great.
I was talking to some of the fans after we did our press conference, and they said you could hear the ripping of the hair from way in the back of the crowd.
Sounded like Velcro. When you take a big strip of Velcro and rip it out. That's what the guy's chest hair sounded like. Bob Kelly did it.
Yeah, the guy needed a pair of tickets, so Bob Kelly, he got the money shot, actually.
He was the one that grabbed, this guy was so hairy, man. I mean, his chest just had this, and it wasn't curly hair, it was just long, straight hair, like Austin Powers hair on his chest.
He looked like George Animal Steel.
Yeah.
Bald
hair and all that chest and back hair and everything. And Bob Kelly grabbed a fist of his hair grabbed on tight, and then on 3 pulled. And you just heard this ripping noise, and then he held his hand up and had a big handful of hair and slowly let it go in the breeze.
Oh, my God. Sorry to interrupt you, Anthony. How many of these pictures do they have?
I think I counted 6 so far.
Our audience rocks. I was just talking about the hot babes at the pool at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
Oh, E-Rock can't turn our monitor on. E-Rock. Oh, there it is.
One of our fans decided it'd be really smart to walk around the pool area and just take snapshots of the really hot chicks just laying out by the pool.
Now that is a smart fan. Oof.
Very nice. We're looking at a fine shot of girls and they're barely bikinis this year.
Yeah,
I can't wait to go to the beach this summer because they're barely bikinis this year. Know what the new thing is too? And I did not see it last year. They got just I can't even explain them. They're like they're boob covers. That's they're boob covers.
No straps.
No straps. Did you see those?
They stick to a woman's breast. It's like a little cup.
Yeah.
That just goes as a little rubbery cup that slaps over their breast and stays there. I don't know how they adhere it there, but it stays.
You can't be over the age of 20 to wear these things.
Yeah, right. You need some firm ones. Or it's over.
But they're just,
oh, my God. Look at these pictures.
Yeah, these pictures are all right. Go to Whackbag.
That is like a photoshopped ass.
Yeah.
It's an awful ass, too. I mean, there's a little string bikini, which is sexy, but the ass itself is horrible and flat.
She's laying down.
Yeah, but if you're wearing that type of bikini, you got to be walking around.
Yeah.
You know, walking around because gravity does what it does, and then it props it up nice, and everybody's much happier. Hey, I'm not complaining though. That's a fine picture.
I like it. It looks like a bus ran over her ass, though, like she's laying there.
Yeah.
The bikini itself is very sexy, but that hiney needs work.
But I hope someone got a picture of the boob covers. They are going to be huge this summer on the beaches.
That's nice.
Also, I want to thank the local station in Vegas. They were beyond amazing.
Yeah.
Extreme. Thank you. Thank you to everybody we met. They're just hardcore fans of the show. The station's really into the show.
Yeah.
They were broadcasting from the pool all day while we were there, and it was.
Yeah, we sat down with them for about 20 minutes or so, and just had a great time.
It was a lot of fun. They were beyond cool.
Yes.
And then we also the last thing we talked to the Fox affiliate out there.
Oh yeah.
And we had Sean Hannity on our show last week, and even Sean goes, "Where have you guys been hiding?" And we said we're in our bunker, but we decided what the hell, and we talked to the local Fox affiliate out there in Vegas about the whole Imus thing. And they were really cool, actually.
Yeah, did a good little piece on it. Used nothing of what we said.
Well, we're trying to get the raw footage.
That'd be nice.
That's what's interesting to our fans, because they interview you for TV and then they use like a minute of it.
Yeah.
But we talked to the guy for about 15, 20 minutes about all sorts of stuff. So
I didn't realize until later on in the interview that I wasn't talking in sound bites enough.
No.
And then I realized, oh, God, I got to get a sound bite. So I did that. I got my sound bite. Oh, we got a couple of good sound bites in there. Now we just have to talk in sound bites.
You got to talk in sound bites. If there's a TV camera in your face, and this goes for the fans because the fans are being interviewed these days, you got to talk in sound bites.
Yeah, you can't really drone on about a real issue.
Because in their mind, they're thinking, all right, they need 5 seconds, 6 seconds. So as soon as you talk more than 6, 7 seconds, 10 seconds, in their mind, the reporter's mind, they're like, well, I'm not using that.
Yeah.
They already know. It's all about sound bites, talking sound bites.
Like I know the second I stared right into the camera lens after we were talking to the reporter guy for a while. I just stared into the camera lens and went, "You're allowed to you're allowed to hurt people's feelings on the radio."
Yeah.
And I stared into the camera and said it, and I go, "Okay, that they'll use."
Yeah.
And they did.
And they did use that. And know what I was doing? I nodded really happily, yeah, that's right. All right, we got to take a break, but like I said, Vegas was just a huge success, and we're very excited for the tour that's happening this summer. All the dates are up on our website, but once again, Jones Beach, June 16th, Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, June 30th, Tweeter Center, Mansfield, Massachusetts, July 21st, Nissan Pavilion for Virginia, Washington area, of course, August 18th, PNC Banks Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th, Tweeter Center, Camden, New Jersey, September 15th, 8 or 9 comedians. And you know what? I loved the lineup last year, but this lineup is even better than last year's. I mean, we really jacked up the lineups this year big time. So, and we're getting rave reviews on the Vegas show. We just can't wait for this summer. Don't forget, tickets go on sale this Friday, 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster and Ticketmaster.com and all that. All right, all right. We'll have more Vegas stories, I'm sure, and other things to get into. But we made it home, and we're live, and we'll talk to you next. It's Opie and Anthony.
Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A Uncut and Live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. The O&A virus spreading across America. I was watching the news when I woke up at 3 this morning because I went to bed at 6 last night. It's going to take like 2 or 3 days to get back into like a normal pattern for some reason.
No.
And, man, we got a lot of rain in the New York area. Like half the highways are closed today.
Well, everything's flooded.
Everything is flooded. My basement flooded. Poor Club Soda Kenny, just like all of us, barely sleeping the last 2 or 3 days. And he got home to a massive flood. And he ended up only sleeping like 2 hours last night. He's miserable.
Did he just dip his hair in it and it absorbed all the water?
Don't make me laugh too hard today. It hurts too much. That's really
and
funny.
then it bobbles from side to side, squeeze it out.
Yeah.
Now there's a lake. Oh, there you are. Where you walked in.
And then the news, just showing how pompous humans are. They're announcing that this is the second most rainfall ever.
Yes.
Ever
in the history of Earth.
In the history of humans. Because I would like to check the records from the year 6. I'll start right there. Give me the records from the year 6.
Of how much rain has fallen in New York.
But on the news they're saying ever. Second most ever.
Was it 7 inches or something?
Well, how'd they measure things back then? Now we use inches and feet, but back then it was like, wow, we got a slave's shoulder worth of rain yesterday.
Yeah, you got to estimate what that means. It wasn't very technical.
No.
And then, for some reason, they like to convert it into snow. For some stupid reason. I heard this on the news. It was like, we got 7 inches of rain, record rainfall. You know that would have converted to 7 feet of snow?
Oh, geez.
It's like, well, it didn't, because it wasn't.
Right. All right. Hey, I think we're moving on from the Imus thing a bit, but it's something that's going to be very, very close to our hearts here. We're on a mission to make sure the truth is out there and make sure people realize that this whole thing was a witch hunt and this was completely insane.
Based in hypocrisy.
This is next. They really are going to start attacking other radio shows next. It's not like we're being on a grandstand. This is the next thing they're going to grab.
It's no secret. It's not speculation either. Reverend Alice said that was the beginning. Yep. And now it's time to go after other shows.
Once again, taking the focus for real off of hip-hop. For real. And this stupid, they have to be put on notice. But instead of just, really going after hip-hop, fit more on radio shows, probably mostly white radio shows. That's what you ought to go after.
By the way, they're not going after hip-hop.
No.
Of course.
It brings in way too much money for the same companies that, had the Imus show on the airwaves. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
And they shouldn't,
Of course.
They shouldn't go after hip-hop or anything.
Everything should be allowed. But I was just playing this clip for Little Jimmy Norton, and it's a clip of one of his favorites, a little TV critic named Linda Stacy or Stassi from the New York Post.
Here's why I hate her.
Why the hell did they have her on TV talking about Imus?
I don't even hate her because she didn't like Lucky Louie. I hate her because she's a bad writer. She's the greatest crime she commits is she's not a funny writer. And that to me is a crime when that's what you're supposed to do is be like whimsical and amusing.
Yeah.
And I just think that she's a fat little hen. I think she's like a hen with like a mullet. I don't like her. She's like one of those like white ladies that she's like, you have got to go, girl. Like she probably says go, girl to her white friend. Horrid.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's right to the Post, and she sucks.
Well, she was, because everyone now has to comment about the Imus situation on TV. People that have no idea what radio is really about, have no idea what kind of radio Don Imus did over the years for his 40-year career.
Yeah.
No clue whatsoever. But they're all of a sudden experts. We used to talk about this when we got fired, and you're sitting at home, and you're watching people on TV, and they're experts about you as a person, as a broadcaster.
Yeah, they know your show.
They know everything about you, even though you know for a fact they never listened to the program, not once.
Through one person telling them secondhand what they heard for 2 seconds on the show.
Well, listen to this expert and what she has to say about Imus.
Well, after a little bit of time, CBS and MSNBC finally did the right thing and got rid of that creepy, sexist, awful, racist guy. I for one, am cheering the final decision.
Well, you can't cheer this, especially,
Can I point out something that this is why I hate this pig?
Mm-hmm.
He's a creepy, sexist, racist guy. This is the same woman who gave Chappelle's new show 4 stars. When he did the new episodes this year, like the ones Comedy Central had on hold that he didn't want released, she raved and wrote really funny, like, I had to fasten my seatbelt on the couch.
Yeah. We read her review when it came out,
And she gave Chappelle's new show 4 stars, which I'm not saying it didn't deserve it. I didn't see it.
Sure.
But you're going to talk about sexist and racist humor, and yet you gave that show 4 stars.
So she says that you could say what you want as long as the color of your skin is a certain color.
Yeah.
It's got to be either darker or lighter, or depending on the situation, your freedom of speech is based on the color of your skin.
It's another guilty white person.
And by the way, the guy that interviewed her, it's important to the story. He's a black guy.
Yeah.
And he realizes that this isn't a black-white thing, and this is something we've been yelling and screaming since this all went down last week. This isn't a black versus white thing. It really isn't. It started as a black versus white thing, and black people thought they had some kind of weird victory, but we were yelling and screaming, going, no, they're going, and Patrice said it perfectly, they're going after hip-hop next. I personally don't think they are, but they're going to go after some stuff that, in general, black people like and enjoy. Yeah. So this guy, interviewer is a black guy, and this is what he has to say.
Decision.
Well, you can't cheer this, especially, guys like me that have been in the radio business. He was like one of the faces on Mount Rushmore for us. But the hypocrisy here, he's been doing this for 30 years. Why all of a sudden do you fire somebody for doing the format he's always done?
Well, I think he went over the line this time. And I have to tell you, my daughter went to college on a partial athletic scholarship. She played basketball. And I've got to tell you, these women work their tails off. I've never seen such hard work. For him to just dismiss it as hoes, who is this man?
Well, I'll tell you, we know.
Should ever bring home a boyfriend there, Linda?
But he does this every day about
Just
everybody. So.
Just wondering.
But you see, like, there's no real argument there. It's just she's just like wallowing in emotionalism. My
daughter went to school on a partial scholarship. Let me tell you. Why does that matter?
It's irrelevant. Good for her.
Does that matter?
Throws a ball through a hoop. God bless her.
Well, I'll tell you, we know it's a stupid, offensive, ugly comment, but he does this every day about everybody. So how can you suddenly fire somebody for something you've allowed them to do every day for years?
Well, maybe finally it reached critical mass. I don't know what this particular thing was, but I think the guy should have been gone a long time ago.
Because you didn't like it. Because you personally didn't like it.
Did Dave Chappelle reach critical mass over the time that when they offered him $50 million and were saying he was the funniest thing ever? And
do you see not 1 ounce of substance behind her argument? Like, not 1 ounce of real. First of all, she's being pandering because she's talking to a black guy and she's telling him what she thinks he wants to hear. You know how it is when you interview.
So she could sit there and look like the nice white lady.
I think it was very racist.
Right.
And no one cares about your daughter. I don't care why she went to school. I don't care what she's doing now. I don't care how it affected you. So what?
And what does it have to do with the story?
Nothing.
A lot of people's daughters went to school on a scholarship that think Imus is great and shouldn't have been taken off the air.
And a lot of people's daughters went to a nice ranch who had cancer when they were little kids because of Imus. What have you done to kids with cancer?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Besides show off your mullet wig.
And your dead-looking hand in your picture in the paper.
It's awful.
Did you read about Hillary Clinton in the paper today? See, now the new thing is that you get a nice meeting with the Rutgers women's basketball team.
Yeah, they're the go-to people now for politicians or anyone that wants someone in this. Can we get a meeting?
Probably.
Let's get a meeting. Set up a meeting. I'm not kidding. Steve, somebody, set us up a meeting. I want to meet with the Rutgers basketball team.
Absolutely. But Hillary Clinton, she was kind of in a bunker all last week. She didn't really have much to say about this whole thing. But now that she has realized that it's very safe, and it's a good thing to have a photo op with the Rutgers women's basketball team. She's going to meet with them today or tomorrow.
Yeah. What's their schedule like? Steve, set us up a meeting. The Opie and Anthony Show, Jimmy Norton, we all three of us want to meet with the Rutgers team.
Of course we're serious.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, do whatever it takes. Set us up. We want a meeting. We want to talk to them about basketball.
Yes. Maybe there's something we can learn from this whole situation.
Maybe we can each learn
Maybe
something.
we should open our minds just a little bit.
Right.
Got it. Start making the calls.
Make the calls. We want to meet with the Rutgers team and make sure a lot of press and photographers are there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We don't want to do it in private.
No.
We want to do it in public view.
Yep.
And just talk to them.
That's right. By the way, I'm very, very, very proud of the listeners of this fine radio show. They took it upon themselves, I swear, to get a rally going last week. They decided they were outraged and they needed to do something. So they were down at NBC Studios, I guess, on Friday or Thursday. And like I said, they did it on their own. And they got interviewed. And they did a great, great job. They spoke in sound bites, my friend.
Yes, they did.
They know what it's all about. You got to speak in sound bites.
Mm-hmm. How you make the news.
And this was all over the news on Friday as we were traveling to Vegas.
Maybe this first round with Imus will get us ready for a fight.
Is this a pest?
That will say that we do not have to denigrate, be misogynist and racist to be creative or to be commercial in this country.
But protesters who showed up at the Today Show this morning, egged on by shock jocks Opie and Anthony, were angry about the firing, calling it censorship.
Everybody across the country is talking about how offended they are by what Imus said. And I'll tell you what I find offensive is not what Imus said. What I find offensive is censorship.
The media is presenting Al Sharpton as a representative for the entire black race. And I'm sure that I'm not the only black man in America that feels that Al Sharpton does not represent him or his point of views.
So for now, Imus is off the air, his 30-year career in radio done. But if history is any guide, the outrage will fade, some radio company will probably give him another chance, and the advertisers will return. And Don Imus will have another shot at offending somebody else.
There you go.
Yes. I like that. Happy typing girl.
She's great.
I'm offended. You know what I'm offended by? A girl that sits in a towel and doesn't show her boobies.
I'm offended by clothing.
By folding laundry.
That's what she does on Pal Talk every morning. But no, I mean the listeners they come through when it's when they have to. So I'm very proud of the O&A Pass. They did a very, very good job with that. Mm-hmm. And then also we're getting some interesting audio of Reverend Al Sharpton.
Yeah, it's amazing for the guy who's been talking about how we don't need to be misogynistic or especially racist.
Racist.
Interesting to hear from Sharpton.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Well, one of my favorites is the Greek homo clip. Don't dump out of that, and don't start writing your letters, and don't try to get us fired. It's actually Reverend Al Sharpton calling Greeks homos. Greek homos. And talking about how white people were in caves while they were, building stuff and doing, algebra or something.
White people were in caves while, they were building pyramids and I understand, Egypt is part of Africa, but it's North Africa. Let's be real here.
Well, it says white folks was in the caves when we were building empires. We learned to admire them, but they knew to admire us. We built pyramids before Donald Trump knew what architecture was. We talked philosophy and astrology and mathematics before Socrates and them Greek homos ever got around to it.
Them Greek homos?
Hear for yourself.
White folks was in the cave when we had built empires. We learned to admire them, but they knew to admire us. We built pyramids before Donald Trump ever knew what architecture was. We taught philosophy and astrology and mathematics before Socrates and them Greek homos ever got around.
There you go, them Greek homos.
How does he get away with that?
That's the guy, and he should be allowed to say that, but that's the guy running around.
Yeah.
With Imus said nappy-headed hose that he should be fired, and Sharpton survives this.
We're the Greeks. If they'd stop having sex with each other, those guys, maybe they'd go after them.
Exactly. They're all facing the same direction. They can't get eye contact with each other. We have the Jenkins clip. It's hard to hear, but we have it transcribed by our own Hawk.
You better say the N-word just in case.
Of course. Well, no.
We live in different times for some reason now.
Yeah, with the double standard. We have a tape of him actually saying it.
Yeah.
That can be played.
I have no idea.
Can't read it.
If we had a black guy in studio, he could read this, word for word. I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking you better play it safe just so it gets through, Jimmy.
This is what, I'm just going to read it. This is what Sharpton said. We have audio of Sharpton saying this. David Dinkins.
David Dinkins was the mayor of New York City,
mayor
by
of
the
New
way.
York City. After Koch. You want to be the only nigger on television, the only nigger in the newspapers, the only nigger who can talk. Don't cover him, don't talk to him, because you got the only nigger problem. Because if a black man stood next to you, he would see you for the whore that you really are. That's the way he talks about I think the first black mayor in New York City, correct?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Absolutely. So... I do believe he's disrespecting Mayor Dinkins.
Dinkins wasn't some colony of white people at all, from what I can remember. He was the cops kind of got annoyed at him because he would always
Oh yeah.
If there was any civilian complaints against the police, he would always go visit them before an injured cop, and there was a lot of complaints about Dinkins.
We got the actual clip, but it's really hard to hear.
Let's see if we could hear it.
We don't have a good copy of it, but. Boy, you fast forward a few years, and that could be Reverend Al Sharpton talking about himself.
Yeah,
yeah, talking about himself.
Why does this go away? Why does this Why is anything like Imus will never be forgiven by Reverend Al and things like that? He wouldn't want him to get another job somewhere,
and he will get another job somewhere.
But one of the biggest offenders of racist and hate speech, Al Sharpton, it now has this credibility because people forget or never knew or weren't outraged. What happened?
Yeah, why is it? It's perfectly acceptable for this guy to be a blatant racist and to use the language however he sees fit to get his point across. Imus uses it in humor.
Oh, by the way, he's doing it in a public forum, too.
Absolutely.
Not to interrupt you, Jimmy.
No,
but
you're right, he is.
That wasn't him at a barbecue somewhere. That was like at a press conference, okay?
And somebody might have taped him without him knowing it as he was making a fiery speech, because you can hear people cheering in the background. And then you fast forward, and there he is, subdued in a suit and tie. What a fraudulent racist.
Yeah, then you move forward and you get him saying stuff like this.
But there'll be no champagne bottle popping by those of us involved in this. This is not about gloating. It is really unfortunate that we have to revisit these issues as late as 2007. So the bad news is that the issue came up at all. The good news is that people from all communities united and put significant pressure on those in the advertising world and ultimately NBC and CBS that made this first round a victory.
First round.
First round.
Greek homos. That's good.
But this is only the first round. There's a long fight. There are others that are guilty of Imus. And there are others even in the music world that we now must say, even though you do not have the same stature and the same obligation as Imus as a person with a show contracted, we will not stop until we make it clear that no one should denigrate women. No one, even in the name of creativity, should enjoy a large consumer base when they denigrate people based on race and based on sex.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. Is that there's just a little asterisk? You should not enjoy a large consumer base in the name of creativity, so you shouldn't be successful. If you're creative, like as a comedian or as a radio personality, and you have a large consumer base, you shouldn't do that. Now, is that going to be his little excuse for hip-hop? They don't have as large a consumer base, or they don't have advertising?
They don't?
No, I mean, I don't know. Why would he say that? Are you going to tell me that artists shouldn't be allowed to paint what they want to paint now? That because they might be degrading somebody? I don't know.
It could go in that direction.
Is he going to go after people that like that black artist who did the Virgin Mary in Dung? Is he going to go after that and say it was disrespectful because it's a woman?
Never.
I don't know. I think Reverend Al, he had the spotlight last week and he had his day, but I think starting today the pushback starts. I really do.
Yeah, a lot of people.
All faces of people. By the way, I'm thinking the black people. I'm thinking the white people, and I'm thinking certainly other minority groups are all going to start pushing back now because they're going to realize this is crazy what happened last week.
Black people. I wish black people would push back, but I've never seen black people push back against Sharpton ever.
I don't know, man. On our show, the more black people we talk to, they're like, this guy does not represent me. He does not represent my family. He doesn't represent my friends.
I mean, as a group, like individually, black people really don't like him. But I mean, like as a group, like a guy like Steve Harvey or Whoopi Goldberg or anybody in the public eye, you never hear a public figure either A, because they think they might need him someday, or B, because they're afraid of him, or because C, on some level, they like what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. And we'll continue. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
You're listening to a tired Opie and Anthony Show today.
Tired, a little sick.
But we're getting through it. We're getting some laughs out there. I just want to remind people that you are listening to a comedy show. That does mean we probably will offend somebody today. And I hope you're okay with that.
Someone's feelings are going to be hurt.
We don't have an agenda.
Someone might feel a little badly about themselves because of something we said today. But you know something? That is completely allowed. It is legal. You can do it. It's protected speech. So shut up
and deal. Our phone number, 1-866-313-FREE. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. And where's that quote, Anthony? We didn't do the other quote from Reverend Al Sharpton before the break.
Oh, yeah. Actually, I want to show a little how this is a double standard.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something, and you tell me if I'm being a racist, and if I'm saying this and it's being based on race.
Okay.
Black people.
Yes.
Sadly, you're right. That's all it takes. Here's what I think, Opie.
Right.
Black people are the best chicken fryers in the universe.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
That will get you.
And black people go and buy Colonel Sanders chicken. And the Chinamen, they start throwing hot pieces of chicken and dibba-dabba. And black people stand in line and buy that.
That's not good.
And Koreans, they sell black people watermelon, and black people have been eating watermelon all their lives. But the Koreans, they come up and cut it up, put it in a bucket with a rubber band around it, and black people buy it like it's something they don't even know what it was. Am I fired yet?
You should be.
For that statement? Is that racist? Am I stereotyping blacks and the watermelon thing and calling Koreans Chinamen and things like that, and saying that black people are the best chicken fryers in the universe? Is that racist for me to say it?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. What if Reverend Al said the same thing? That get me off the hook?
Yeah, because there's a double standard.
There's an absolute double standard.
Yeah.
Here's Reverend Al saying that. Same thing.
Oh, well, in a minute.
Might want to help me out here.
In a minute.
Don't leave me hanging.
Like I said, it's a tired show today. Give me a break here.
I go, we all go.
Yeah. If I never play this clip, you're screwed, buddy.
Don't leave me hanging out here, Hendry.
Opie and Norton.
I need some help here,
and
Hendry.
Norton. Hey, I don't know what happened to the clip, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Me and Imus going on interviews. Come on.
I don't know what to tell you.
Help me out here, Hendry. I'm trying to keep my job here.
I guess those were your words, because I can't find the clip.
We're the best chicken fries in the universe. And we don't want to buy some Colonel Sanders chicken. Then the Chinamen come in and throw some hot pieces and dip it down, and you stand in line and buy that. Koreans sell us watermelon. We eat watermelon all our lives. But they gonna come cut it up, put it in a bucket with a rubber band around it. And we gonna buy it like it's something we didn't know what it was.
How is this guy protesting anything?
How are black people the best chicken fryers in the universe? How does that happen? How do you measure that?
Meanwhile, has Reverend Al been maybe to Neptune? I hear there are people from Neptune. that make great chicken.
And
He's saying the whole universe.
And it's annoying because in China, you're going to tell me they don't fly chicken there? Of course they do.
Of course.
Did you say fly? Jeez. Like I said, it's a comedy show. Jimmy was going for a laugh there.
He called Koreans Chinamen.
Yeah, well,
that's fine.
That's
and he wasn't kidding.
No.
This is the beauty of this whole nonsense, is that when you're doing something to be funny, it's like your intent is not to be hurtful or to be real. It's just to be funny. He's being honest. He's being real.
Yeah.
He means what he's saying. There's no wink, there's no joke there, there's no laugh he's hoping to get from playing off a stereotype. He's using a stereotype in real speech, and he means it, and he's trying to motivate people with it.
It's race baiting. After hearing that speech, do you think his people that he was talking to went into a store and saw a Korean guy and felt better about him? I don't think so, because it's not based in comedy. It's not based in a joke. He's serious.
He's not trying to be funny. He calls Chinese people Chinamen.
Chinamen.
That's an aggressive, kind of angry thing to say about Asians. And then these are people, he's making up a speech which is kind of equal to a political rally.
Yeah.
And that's acceptable. And yet stupid Imus says something as a goof, and he's going to mock, be offended. Shut your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Let's say hi to Dave in Westchester. Dave, what's up?
What's up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Pretty good, Dave.
Hey, I try not to offend the black state, but would I be offensive if I said that Don Ho died over the weekend?
Yes, Don Ho.
Can't say ho, though, so how do we tell everyone that this fine ukulele player died?
Don Douche.
Don Ho.
Yeah, we lost Don Ho over the weekend. Whatever. Hey, a lot of people out there are wondering, what is airing right now instead of Imus's radio show?
Yeah.
This is truly the first day without the Imus show, because on Friday they had some of the players from Imus's show, and they had his wife.
Raising money.
And raising money. By the way, once again, I said it earlier, I'm really proud of the O&A Pest. Imus's charity raised close to $3.5 million.
Yeah.
The highest total ever in the 18-year history of the Radiothon.
And we're proud of our listeners, who we know we're a big part of that.
Well, we got a communique from the Imus's camp there. And this person, Mark used to work for us as well. He goes, hey, guys, I'm not sure I emailed you on Friday, but I can't thank you enough for your support of both Imus and the Radiothon. We made over $3.4 million and counting, which is at least $400,000 more than we've ever made. You were unbelievable. I really don't even know how to thank you. At least for this year, the charities will not suffer. You guys and your listeners are the best. Mark.
Nice.
So there you go. To everyone out there that donated, they greatly appreciate what you did.
Yeah, broke the record. Good deal, man.
Anyway, instead of Imus, it's Mike and the Mad Dog, a radio show that I listen to every afternoon at the gym, actually. They're on the TVs.
Mike and the Mad Dog show?
When I'm jumping on the treadmill or the bike or whatever. And, they're a sports talk show out of New York, and they don't really like hockey. That's one problem I have with these guys.
Something they know that a lot of people know they don't like hockey.
They would rather talk about baseball or anything
A lot about baseball.
or anything else. But
I like the Giants, Mikey.
yeah. But they're on instead of Imus, and I guess they're doing double duty. They're doing a morning show, and then they're doing afternoons as well.
Like Ron and Fez.
They're doing the Ron and Fez deal?
Yeah, they're doing both. That's 8 hours?
Something like that.
Are they doing 8 hours of sports talk?
And we bitch because we do 5 to 5.5 hours a day.
And we could cover whatever subject we want.
No, here's the beauty. I think they're being forced to talk about, regular crap in the morning.
All kinds of things?
Yeah, they got to, they probably got to talk about, the top movie in America.
Yeah, let me talk about that American Idol. Yeah, Maggie. What do you think of that Sanjay? Sanjaya? What's his name? I don't even know anymore. I like his hair. I find him strangely attractive, Mikey. What about you?
Yeah.
Wake up, Mikey. I know it's early. Mikey's sleeping. What do you think, Mikey? It was hard to get up this morning. Not used to doing mornings, used to doing afternoons. Mikey, what do you think about Sanjaya's hair on his American Idol? Mikey, you're going to have to wake up. We can't just do the afternoon show.
What about Governor Corzine?
Governor Corzine got in a bad car accident. Mikey, the guy wasn't wearing the seatbelts. Coming out on the news. What do you think about that?
What about the rain? They're going to be talking about the rain there, man.
Record-setting rainfall
in the New York area.
The New York area. Unbelievable. I think they had something like 7 inches of rain in Central Park over the course of the night. We're here in the morning to try to tell you what's going on. What do you think of that, Mikey? Hey, Mike, I think you got sleep apnea. We're going to be taking your calls about sleep apnea. I need subjects to talk about. We can't talk about sports all day, or we'll be talking about high school field hockey. Hey, Mikey, you see Lost last night? I love that show, Lost.
Or The Sopranos.
Sopranos?
Johnny Sachs died of cancer last night on The Sopranos.
I'm running over here. I'm on a treadmill trying to come up with subjects there, Mikey. What do you think of The Sopranos? Maggie, what about the Duke Lacrosse team? Obviously, free all charges of the rape. That's kind of like sports. What do you think of that, Maggie?
I feel bad for these guys, man.
That was going to be tough.
Yeah. All right. So this is what we're
8 hours of sports radio.
Oh my God! Can you imagine?
Holy Jesus! What happened in high school badminton? We're going to be looking at taking your calls. High school badminton. Had a pretty aggressive game of dodgeball at the junior high I saw last night. What do you think, Micah?
Hey, I finally met Mad Dog. He was like the coolest dude, man.
Was he?
And it seems like he's a fan of the radio show.
That's a lot of work, man. 2 shifts.
He's all right. But anyway, the company that we work for as well, they decided to throw Mike and the Mad Dog in Imus's spot for now, and then they'll figure out what to do as they move forward. And this is what they had to say this morning.
The last thing in the world that we want to be is sitting here.
See, there's Mike. You can hear right off the bat, he's a bit tired.
The last thing in the world I want to do is sit here at this hour.
Come on, Mike, we'll talk sports. Field days coming up at all the schools. Coming up, a lot of schools field day. I took a blue ribbon in the 440 once when I was a kid. What about you, Mikey? Special Olympics coverage here on the Mike and the Mad Dog Show. What do you think about the retards there, Micah?
Last thing I want to do is be sitting here. Poor guys.
Wow, if I had to do 2 radio, imagine doing this and then at 3 o'clock having to do it again.
We invented the 2 radio thing, and then Ron and Fez took it to the next level. See, we invented regular radio, simulcast on XM, and then a couple hours for XM after we're done here.
Yeah.
And 2 different radio shows where we actually have to go to another radio studio.
Uh-huh.
I hope the new listeners understand that.
Yeah.
You know, it's seamless, but we have like a NASCAR pit crew comes in here as we're wrapping up the show. They take everything and set it up in a whole nother joint.
Join us for the walkover there, Mikey. We're going to have whores. Going to be coming out joining us for the walkover.
And people were kind of feeling sorry for us in a way. And then
Mikey's going to step on a homeless guy's cake.
And then Ron and Fez took this whole 2-show thing to the next level where they do actually 2 different shows every day.
We simulcast.
Right.
For the most part, there is a little crossover period or a period that's not crossed over.
Right.
For a couple hours. But they finish their show and then do this show over here at FM, and it's just
hours later, where
insanity.
They can't even go home.
How do you do that?
I don't know. So here's Mike and the Mad Dog. This is what people are waking up to this morning instead of Imus.
The last thing in the world that we want to be is sitting here. It's wrong that we are sitting here. Don should still be here. We all know that. We all know how unfair.
Hold on there, Mikey. I'd love for you to keep talking, but a happy typing girl is in a towel and folding laundry, and I'm looking at baby girl. She's wowing us. We're going to come out. Can we borrow Whip 'em Out Wednesday? I love this pal talk, Mikey. This morning radio is going to be fun. Who's this on the phone? Pat from Moonachie. Can you come over here and vomit on somebody? What do you think, Mikey?
That's great.
Poor bastard.
I know.
I feel so bad for him.
Especially because, I don't know. I don't think Mike is too motivated to really do extra work.
You know, I don't know, Mike.
Radio guys in general are never motivated to do extra work. That's why we got into this. We never wanted real jobs.
I don't know Mike, but he seems to me to be the kind of guy that does not want to get up early.
No.
And does not want to do 2 programs.
Look, he does a great job on the Mike and the Mad Dog show they do in the afternoons, but he seems like the type of guy that really doesn't want to put in any extra time whatsoever.
And he loves Imus. Those guys love Imus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they don't want to replace Imus.
There was a douche that works for the Fan, and I would love to say his name. I forgot. That's how unimportant he really is. But what he said was that he doesn't want to work on the same station as someone like Don Imus.
Leave.
And then we were sitting there last week going, then leave, exactly.
Yeah.
Leave then. Why don't you really, show your stand on this whole thing and just walk out and leave?
Was he? Is he a guy with no name, really?
I really don't know his name. I swear to God, I don't. I would love to just say his name so he gets a nice pounding today. But it was in the paper last week. But that he's what? Tony Page? Tony Page is like, I don't want to work for the Fan if Imus is going to work for the Fan. And it's like, all right, then why didn't you leave? Why don't you leave?
I'm a wacky shock jock, Mikey. We're wacky. It's 7:16.
Yeah.
Tony Page, he's big on boxing. I think he's a black guy. I don't know. I've heard his show. He does a decent show. But here's the problem with him. Nobody talks about him.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks about Tony Page ever. And this is a chance for him to get his name associated with a big story. Why wouldn't you work for the Fan?
There's a bunch of poo-haws out there, okay? And we want to focus on them as we move forward as far as this whole story goes. People like Tony Page who said, I don't want to work for the Fan if Imus is going to be here. So why didn't you walk out? Why didn't you walk out before they fired Imus? That would have really made a statement, okay?
You say something.
Yeah, and then you got Keith Olbermann on MSNBC after the fact saying, yeah, I told the boss that, he has to go. And he has a TV show every night, but he didn't have the balls to say any of this until it was safe to say it after they fired Imus.
Yeah.
And then we really want to focus as we move forward on all the guests that were on Imus, that Imus made a lot of money for, and completely turned their backs on this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Completely. One of them being Tim Russert. We'll get into Tim Russert. He was on Imus's program almost like a regular. He knew what Imus was about all these years, and then he was on his Sunday morning show there or whatever this past weekend, just completely trashing Imus.
Join me and Mikey at a Sunoco station giving away a gallon of gas for 66 cents.
You gotta wake up, Mike. All right, anyway, here's Mike and the Mad Dog.
Barack Obama's on TV, I think, still talking about the Imus thing. And it's a good thing that he's attacking the real problems in the country. It's good. That's what we should be talking about.
That's where he made his stand.
You're not going to
First thing we ever know about him.
You're not going to hear me yelling Obama anymore, man.
No, I mean, it's good to attack Imus. That's what you should do. If you're going to take a big stand on race, do it on a 66-year-old white guy that made a tasteless joke. That's your racial stand.
Yeah, go after the easy target, an old white guy saying something that he obviously learned because this this type of speech is all over the place.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Not because the white guy threw it out there, because the black man threw it out there.
Can you imagine if Obama had the real balls and played or talked about this Sharpton audio and said, "Why is this guy considered a black leader?" When he talks like this implies that black people are for this type of racism. He's calling Greeks homos and Chinese Chinamen. Why is that acceptable?
Because he's looking for the votes.
Of course he is.
Well, I can't support anyone that doesn't get what this was all about. Well, here's Mike and the Mad Dog this morning.
It's wrong that we are sitting here. Don should still be here. We all know that. We all know how unfair this whole thing was. I'd pray and hope that we'll be here for 2 weeks just to kind of stabilize the company and stabilize the Fan here.
Fire him.
FCC violation right there.
Mikey used the C word. I heard Mikey use the C word. You're outrageous. You're a shock jock, Mikey. I like this. Morning radio.
Linda Stacy does not need stabilizing.
It's dropping a C-bomb.
Did you hear he goes?
Mikey, you're outrageous.
Did you hear me? He goes, I hope I'm only here for 2 weeks. I told you.
Please.
Please.
God, only 2 weeks. I can't do this. I'm not a child. I'm not a kid anymore.
For the love of God, I hope it's only 2 weeks.
I can't get up for this.
Did we nail this? I haven't even heard this audio yet.
Oh, he does not want to be there.
We just know the players. And we're not taking anything away from the guy. He's been around for a long time.
I love making a Mad Dog.
He does a great job on his regular show, and he's very informed when it comes to sports. But he doesn't want to put in the extra time.
No.
I'd pray and hope that we'll be here for 2 weeks just to kind of stabilize the company and stabilize the fan here and keep things moving in the right direction. This is not the Mike and the Mad Dog program, and we're going back to the afternoon where we belong. And we would hope that someone would come to their senses and Don would come back in a couple of weeks. We're not saying that's going to happen. We would hope something like that would happen.
You know what? I think there's a shot. I really do.
Yeah?
I really do. I think it's time for everybody to start pushing back. Last week was a crazy week, but now we got to all wake the F up.
That'd be a statement.
That would be
nice.
massive.
Yeah.
I think the door is open like just a little.
Yeah.
Just a little. And the other thing is, man, these special interest groups know they could get to these controversial shows and TV shows, radio shows, newspaper columnists, what have you. I mean, it's a broad thing that's going on here. And the advertising boycott. That's how they know that's the way to get these controversial shows off the air.
Yep.
And somehow the corporations out there have got to figure that one out. They got to figure that out. So this does not continue to happen where they threaten a boycott and then boom, the show is off the air like that.
It seems like a lot of the corporate guys and a lot of it's not CBS, it's all corporations are a bunch of like white guys who don't really interact with black people. So they hear the word racist and they just panic and run away.
Yeah, run away.
Yeah, they've never done any type of racial humor because they don't have black friends. I do racial humor. Why? Because most of my friends are black, or half of them are black. I don't have any fear of it. Why should you have fear of it if you're hanging out with black people? Honestly, these guys never associate with black people, other than maybe the occasional handshake or meeting someone politely. They don't have them over. They don't go out with them.
And they look at them as black people, and they say what they feel they want to hear and act the way they feel they want them to act, instead of just being yourself and joking around or talking, having a discussion about something. It's them in the presence of a black person, so they have to act differently.
And incidentally, I shouldn't have said most of my friends are black. That's completely untrue. I think 3 of them are.
3 of them.
They're still really good friends.
And they're really black.
Oh, they couldn't be any blacker. They actually answer the phone like that. Hello, non-white.
All right.
And let me tell you, Mike, Mad Dog, who I'm even calling my partner by my own name, this is a freedom of sleep issue. I did? No, I didn't. I said speech. I did. Okay, look, I really hope this doesn't last 2 days.
He is miserable. Anyway, here's just a little bit of...
Dog, do you have any cocaine? I need a couple of bumps.
Hey, now you're implying that he does coke. We get in trouble for that.
No.
That was just a joke. I was only joking.
I got a few lines here for us during the break there, Mikey. Perk us up a little bit.
How about the I-57 Ignite?
You want some I-57 Ignite? You're going to need it.
It's legal and safe. It'll give you a little bump.
Need a boost if you're doing 10 hours of radio a day. You're going to need it. I-57 Ignite.
All right, here we go. A little more audio, and then we'll move on. This is what's in place of Imus this morning.
We wanted to get into Don's time period where we are right now, and this will be Don's time period for eternity, okay? We want to get in here and finish going after the people. And I'll say
that's the biggest theme right now.
One thing we know, Don had the phoniest group of guests in the history of radio.
No kidding.
Goodness.
They have run for them their hills all over America.
I've never seen a bigger group of clowns in all my life, and number one is Tim Russert, who is not only the biggest phony, and if I ever hear one more thing about that dopey old man of his, I'm not interested in Big Jake, whatever his name was.
Big Russ.
Big Russ. I mean,
leave the old guy alone. It's not his fault. It's not his fault this kid didn't have any guts.
Good for them, man.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Good for those guys. They're not calling the company line. Good for Mike and the Mad Dog.
And that's why we got to focus on the phonies, man. Tim Russert was on that show promoting his book. Lessons he learned from his father. I forgot the exact title, but it was Lessons I Learned from My Father. And someone in the paper...
Old man.
Huh? Yeah.
I came about that dopey old man.
Dopey old man, he calls him. That's brilliant.
And in the paper yesterday, I was reading on the plane back to New York, someone wrote, well, I guess he didn't learn loyalty from his father.
That's a good
I was
one.
like, bravo!
That is so funny hearing Hearing Mad Dog.
It felt like
going off.
It felt like Russer was on that show once a week.
Yeah.
Especially when he was trying to promote that dumb book of his.
Phonies.
Lessons I learned from my father. Oof, he didn't teach you the big ones. The big ones where you stand by your friends and your family no matter what.
Unless they do something really awful. Like if Imus said something for real and meant it to be hateful, well, then he deserves to be fired. But everyone knows it's not the case.
All right, let's say hi.
Lessons I learned from my father: don't buy property in a bad neighborhood.
Let's go to Bob in Orlando.
I wish I could do his voice because I wanted to go gentrification, but I can't do his voice, so I just sound like I'm half deaf.
But people will understand that you're trying to do it, of course. Bob in Orlando, what's up?
Hey, guys, I just remember hearing that John McCain said that Don Imus made a mistake and that, John McCain had been forgiven many times and that he thought that Imus deserved to be forgiven. That was early last week, I guess, before things got really hot. I don't know if he said more about it later on, but he did say that.
Yeah, he said he'd go on.
I'll tell you the guys who seem to have mentioned forgiving him was McCain and Giuliani.
Both
conservatives. I'd love to know where the liberals are now, and they may be out there. But where are the liberals with the free speech issue?
No,
you've heard a couple of conservatives.
No, I think you're going to see it starting this week. I think the pushback starts.
I hope you're right.
I really do.
But I would love to see.
I hope it does too, guys.
All right. Thank you, Bob. Bye-bye.
Where are the freedom of speech liberals?
Jesus.
You cut off his freedom of speech.
But where are they?
Yeah, where?
Where are they? Why is the ACLU not screaming about this?
Especially when the likes of Reverend Al and Jesse Jackson are the ones that really spearheaded this whole thing, and their credibility is for crap.
Where's the ACLU? Maybe they do agree with Imus. They shouldn't have been fired, but where are they being vocal about it?
Yeah.
All right. With that, it's the Opie and Anthony Show.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
Right back at it. You're listening to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hi.
We flew in from Vegas yesterday.
And our arms are... Forget it.
We're a bit tired, but the trip was a huge success. We did our first date of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show. The Vegas crowd, wow, did they love the show. It was really cool meeting all the pests out west. The local station out there in Vegas was great to us, extreme. What else could we say? We announced the rest of the tour dates. And just in case you weren't listening this morning, I think we're going to add maybe another city or two. But so far, we got Jones Beach, June 16th, with 8 or 9 comedians. Mohegan Sun Arena, Connecticut, June 30th. Tweeter Center, Mansfield, Massachusetts, July 21st. Nissan Pavilion for everybody in the Washington area, August 18th. PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th. And Tweeter Center, Camden, New Jersey, for everybody in Philly, September 15th. 8 or 9 comedians you know and love from this radio show. And tickets go on sale this Friday at 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster. You can see all the lineups on our website, okay? But it's going to be great. We had a smaller version of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, the Joint out there in Vegas, because, we wanted to kick the whole thing off in a small venue and get things going. But
give it a shakedown.
Man, we're talking 10 or 12,000 people at each show this summer, and we're gonna have a village with all sorts of cool things for you to check out. And then you got the tailgating and the partying. It's just a whole experience. It's gonna be great. We can't wait. Yeah. The only thing you need to know if you're thinking about going, tickets go on sale Friday 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster, and the good tickets are gonna go really fast. That is a definite. All right. And also we want to thank XM Satellite Radio. They paid for our trip out to Vegas, and they did a great job out there. Everybody from Don all the way to, Danny.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Jimmy.
Guess where I'm going to be Friday?
Where are you going to be Friday?
The worst name ever. I'm going up to the Comedy Connection. Huckaloo? Hooky Lau.
What?
In Chicopee.
You're going where?
Hooky Lau in Chicopee.
Oh, my God. In Chicopee.
It's a Polynesian restaurant.
Oh.
Oh, that makes it all better. That doesn't explain the awful name of the town. Chicopee.
That sounds like something you'd like, though. Chicopee.
All right. And keep it right there, and it stays on the air, man.
And Hooky Lau is almost the right word. 2 shows, 7 and 10. A 7 o'clock show on Friday.
Oh, my God.
Oh, what is wrong with everybody? What's wrong with that?
People with mouthfuls of poi.
Nobody wants to.
Just looking at you.
7 o'clock and then 10:30. What do we? How long does it take them to break the room down? What do they repaint it in between shows? God Almighty! It should be 8 and 10:30 or 8 and 10. Get it over with. Stupid chickapee. So this Friday night only, 2 shows.
All right, very good. By the way, Jimmy, you got to teach us about traveling because I'm beat, Ant's beat. And you went home yesterday, did laundry, watched movies, worked out, did a set at the cellar. It's like, what?
No cellar last night.
Oh, okay.
I don't get it. Yesterday.
They dropped me off in my soon-to-be ex-house. And, there's some info for the people out there. There's your update. And I was in bed by 6:15, out cold for the night. And then Jimmy comes in this morning. Oh, me and my girlfriend went out to dinner. We watched a movie. I got my laundry done. Did a little swim walking.
Yeah, we swim walked in the apartment nude. We do that a lot. And she laughs at my genitals as they bob smallly. And we went. I hit the bag for a little while. We did about an hour workout, and then a half hour, and then came back up, did some laundry, and we went out to dinner. We were in bed by 10.
Out to dinner? In bed by 10, though. Oh,
are you kidding me?
5:30. I was in bed. But I screwed up because I slept on the plane. Hope didn't sleep on the plane.
Can't sleep on the plane.
So I slept on the plane. So I had some sleep there, but I was really tired, so I went to sleep at 5:30. Then I woke up fully expecting to look at the clock, and it's saying something like 3 in the morning, maybe closer to 4, ready to get up and come to work. It was 8:45 last night, and I was up as a pup. I could not get back to sleep. I was there stuck watching. Actually, I was kind of happy I woke up because I was able to watch The Sopranos. And then after The Sopranos, I was still, not tired. So I'm stuck watching things like Rambo. I watched Rambo. Rambo! Oh, Rambo! Oh, that stupid woman that's in that show with her makeup on in the middle of Vietnam.
I don't remember that. I thought that stunk.
I just want our country to love us as much as we love it.
Oh, douche chills. That movie is so bad. So completely bad.
It wasn't stunk.
It wasn't bad at the time.
At the time.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
It was corny.
So corny.
He talked about, the way Rambo was written, that's the way you'd want somebody to talk about you as a tough guy. That's what was wrong with Stallone creatively. He talks about himself the way you would want other people to talk about you. And realistically, if you're going to do that, I would suggest one thing. What's that? A lot of body bags.
Body bags.
Would you?
Would you?
We'll take care of it.
A lot of body bags. How about one acting lesson? Or one hair lip removal kit? Stupid.
Anthony's a weirdo.
Why?
Because you get up and then you watch, you can watch anything on the planet and you watch Rambo.
There was nothing on. When I tell you...
What about DVDs? What about movies on demand?
I watch everything on... Because I was hoping I would fall asleep, so I didn't want to put on something good.
That might be interesting.
But then I just stay up. And then after that, another movie comes on. So I was watching Batman Begins. I was watching that.
The only bummer for me going to bed at 6:15, I missed The Sopranos. And then I wake up to the news, Johnny Sacks died of cancer in the joint?
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode, to tell you the truth.
And we got a nice hit, I'm hearing?
Yeah, it was done it looked really cool the way they did it. You kind of didn't know what was going on.
Who did they kill?
At first. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
I don't want to ruin it. A lot of people, I'll tell you what happens. I'm watching a show right now on DVD, and a lot of people start talking about it on radio shows, and I turn the radio off.
Okay.
So I'm hoping I don't do that to people.
All right.
Turn your radio back on. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Well, they're already gone though. So
you got to give people a day or two though, because with TiVo and stuff like that, and DVR.
Yeah, DVR.
A lot of times.
You know what though? If they got, it's on page 3 or something that Johnny Sacks.
Yeah, that isn't really a big thing. That isn't like one of those oh my god things. But it was done well. I think that was done well. The hit was done well, and they're setting up for certain things. They're setting up for Tony kind of having some problems with Christopher. Things like that. So
we have Frank Vincent calling in at 8 o'clock?
8 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk more Sopranos.
He had some of the best lines of the show last night.
That's great.
When he's giving his little speech to the young Italian children, relatives, about the family coming over to Ellis Island and the names and how they got changed as they went through Ellis Island from what they originally were in Italy. He's hysterical, man. He is a scream. Really funny.
So we'll have something to talk about with him because last week he wasn't even in the episode really.
Yeah, now they're
he was in
gearing
for
up
like
where he's
5
going to be
seconds.
boss.
All right, good. Let's say hi to Dave the trucker. Dave, what's going on? You're on the Opie and Anthony show. Hey.
Good morning, boys.
Good morning.
Love the show.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, listen, before I started listening to you boys on XM, I was a big-time Imus guy. I listened to Imus all the time. I can tell you flat out, Russer was on all the time.
Tim Russer was on all the time. There you go.
He went to the ranch to visit the Imus family. He used to exchange gifts with Imus's kid. They considered each other friends. So whatever Russer did Sunday was a huge knife in the back to Imus.
What did he do Sunday? I didn't see any of that.
Oh, he just beat him up, basically, man, and made believe he had no clue about what Imus' show was all about, even though he was on it all the time. Yeah, we got to call out these people, these phonies.
What a coward.
You got to stand behind your friends, unless it's some ridiculous thing like pedophilia or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But something like what Imus did, you have to show your loyalty. What is wrong with these people?
I'll tell you what it is. Tim Russer, I don't know what he's like as a guy, but he's just like he's a coward. He's afraid that black people are going to think he's a racist. Here's a little tip for you. If you're afraid of black people, then that means that you don't feel yourself equal to black people. You're not comfortable with them as human beings and friends. You can't be afraid of somebody and still be comfortable with them or respect them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Chris in Chicago listening on WCKG. Chris, what's up?
Hey, this is Chris from Chicago.
Yeah.
Norton, number love.
Hi. Hey, we're trying to get the tour up to Chicago. I don't know what's going on. They're a little scared. They don't know if we have a big enough audience yet up there.
Dude, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't really care for Imus that much.
All right, we'll talk about that.
What he said was not that funny, I don't believe. But what I wonder is, like, are you guys worried about what you're going to say now, in case you're getting taken away off of terrestrial now?
Well, we've been
think a little bit.
We've had 2 high-profile firings. We think we have 1 left in us. I guess as we move forward from this Imus thing, we have no doubt in our mind that we're so on the radar screen now, man.
Yeah.
We got like a bullseye on our foreheads. I have no doubt about it. And I was telling Anthony and Jimmy, we just hope that we don't screw up so bad next time that we lose everything. Because we got 2 separate entities, right?
We got our bets hedged.
We got the XM satellite radio where you're allowed to pretty much do whatever the hell you want.
Right.
Let's be honest. I mean, pretty much do whatever the hell you want. And then you got this side of the Opie and Anthony show, which we equally enjoy. So yeah, I guess we just got to we can't be scaredy cats. We got to continue doing what we do.
And I mean, no disrespect at all, gentlemen, but like Norton's awesome. I see Norton crazy good stand up at all.
You're crazy good, Jimmy.
Thank you, sir. I know, crazy good. But you with Chris Rock, like Dave Chappelle, great stand-ups. So at the point now where like you're white and you're really kind of worried about what you say, and humor's not important. I mean, is that where we're at right now?
What do you mean? The fact you shouldn't have to worry about what you say. To me, as a performer, I mean, as an artist, you should be able to say whatever you want. I don't understand like how that's up for debate by anybody. I don't even know why we discuss racial stuff with that, whether it's a black comic, white comic. Chris Rock is a brilliant comic. He should be able to say, and so Chappelle. Yeah. He's a great comic. He should be able to say what he wants. And they make poignant racial points.
Only agree. But how tough is this? Okay, I only listened to Imus for like 10 minutes of my life. What he said, nappy-headed hose, whatever, if I said that, I apologize to whatever, but wasn't that funny? But it's like, with a situation right now where like Chris Rock can do really crazy stuff, Dave Chappelle can do really like good, intelligent stuff, and like because we're white, we kind of can't.
Well, that's not that we can't, dude. It's that people like, again, Tim Russer, most other white people, they're not comfortable with black people. So when black people say you're racist, they run scared because deep down they think that they are. They're not comfortable. They don't hang out with guys like Patrice or Keith Robinson and just beat each other up at the cellar all the time and tease each other and have fun with each other. There's never any honest racial discussions. You know what? Black people annoy me sometimes. You know what? White people annoy black people sometimes. Yeah. Black people are very comfortable saying that. Like when white people are acting a certain way and it's irritating, black people will tell you. But white people are much more racially dishonest because white people are afraid of being misconstrued as racist.
I have a good portion of having a black father from Nigeria, whatever. So this said, I only have like humor as it stands as humor. Like I've seen you again. I only love you, Norton. You're crazy good. So
again, crazy good
thing.
Fucking Dacre now.
Oops.
Oh, now he's Chris.
Now you did it.
Sorry.
All right, Chris, we're just going to let you go. We got to move on to other people, all right?
Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.
But crazy good. I think that was important that Chris said that.
Crazy good.
Hey, getting into some other things today, this is great, man. A lot of people talking about the principal that had to resign, the hidden camera. You hear about this?
Oops.
Hidden camera catches the principal having sex in his office with a teacher.
I thought he might have planted a hidden camera. Someone put a hidden camera in his office?
Yeah, we get into the story here, but he got fired.
And a follow-up now to a story we brought you yesterday. A grade school principal from Illinois resigning now after this scandalous sex tape was made public. In it, he and not one but two teachers do more than grading papers in his office. WFLD's Craig Wall has more from Linwood, Illinois.
No, you're not interviewing me. I have no comments. Okay. Would you please leave?
It's a Fox News Chicago exclusive, and Principal Leroy Coleman was not happy to see us today. He had nothing to say about the scandalous sex video that prompted his resignations for health reasons. The video was recorded with a hidden camera in his office at Sandridge Elementary School in South Suburban Linwood. It has sparked outrage from parents all the way to the regional superintendent.
I'm totally appalled. I'm sick to my stomach, and I will not be sending my daughter to school on Monday.
It's reprehensible. It's stupid. It certainly is unprofessional. Again, I don't know if it's illegal or not, but
Imus story?
Maybe it should be.
Good. I was just thinking that.
It sounds like the same outrage.
You got to send your kid to school, though.
Yeah. Why keep the kid out of school? The principal's gone.
I'd send my kid right back to that school and encourage him to misbehave so we can go into the office and smell the seat.
Who put the hidden camera there?
I don't know. Did we find out in the second half of the story? Hopefully
someone who probably knew what was going on and wanted to nail him, I'm betting.
The DVD, sent anonymously to numerous parents, shows Coleman having sex with a teacher identified now as Janet Lofton. She teaches 7th grade science and resigned Thursday, citing family reasons. Also on the video, teacher's aide Angela Reed, who is only seen hugging and kissing Coleman. She resigned today for unspecified reasons.
What was he, banging everybody?
Nice.
The principal Leroy, so you can assume that he was probably larger than the white teachers.
Right.
Why would they? Why would you do that? It's either him or Mr. O'Brien, the gym teacher. You always go with Principal Leroy over Mr. O'Brien. Always.
And blacks don't mind that stereotype,
They certainly don't.
They don't mind if Whitey talks about the fact that they got you-know-what going on down there.
If you're gonna get laid, you have to go with a Principal Leroy.
And you certainly don't want Mr. Fong, the math teacher.
Absolutely. Mr. Fong.
He resigned today for unspecified reasons. Angela, can we talk to you, please?
Go away.
The Sheriff's Department is investigating the case, including who put the hidden camera in the principal's office. Parents are demanding answers.
I don't care about consenting adults doing their thing, but you can't have it around kids like that. Because they could have walked in on him.
His resignation is not enough. I mean, that's a slap on the wrist. I can't get that.
What would be enough in your mind?
I would like him fired and lose his license, and the teachers that were involved also. I don't believe they should be in another school around students.
Well, I think it's going to be...
Is that drunk? I'm sorry, man. That person sounds really drunk.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on there.
Yeah, I don't think you have to worry. I don't think any other school district's going to hire the
hiring this guy.
Banging the teachers in his office.
How hot is that, though? Don't you love the fact that they don't resign because I got caught having sex in my office?
Yeah.
Health reasons.
What's the matter? Is your mule sore?
Health won't allow it.
How great is that? I love all that hidden camera stuff. Those hidden camera stories are awesome.
It's so easy to hide cameras now, too. They're so small.
Yeah.
You can transmit the signal to like a car outside. You don't need wiring or anything. We're in the age of where anybody can spy on anybody. Yeah, or Aquarius.
That was a student, or that was his secretary. Somebody knew what was going on and wanted to nail him who didn't like him.
I think it was someone else that he was banging.
Okay,
and there was a jealousy thing going on.
Maybe that. Yeah.
Because this person was probably thinking, wow, I got something going, and
Social
probably really liked the guy.
Maybe.
Yep.
Kenny's. Oh, Than. I looked to my right.
I thought mess. Yes. No, I think like some election is coming up too for the schools, and this got released 5 days before the elections, so it might have been some.
Is this hurting his campaign?
I think it might.
It'd be funny if he won in a landslide. That's a guy who keeps his teachers happy. Principal Leroy was probably setting it down well. I bet you they would never called out sick.
Not asking for pay increases or anything?
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll take a pay cut.
Yeah, as long as Principal Leroy pushes my face into the paper clips, I'm happy.
All right, we're going to take a break, and, we'll just continue with the show. It's Opie and Anthony. Hear what everyone else is talking about. O&A, uncut and live, continuing the show on XM Satellite Radio, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Visit xmradio.com to subscribe.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The virus is spreading. Get infected. Opie and Anthony! It's the Opie and Anthony Show on XM 202. Opie and Anthony!
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you're such an ass. I'll start over. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Just because I got you during the break doesn't mean you have to blow up my spot.
Oh, he got
my
us
moment
good.
In the sun.
He got us good. We were in the break, and O puts his headphones on and starts talking, and like a dope, I panic and reach for mine, and so does Anthony.
Yeah.
And I hear the commercial playing, and I'm like, oh.
So he had to get me back. So then when we really went live, he decided to say BS, and of course Al had to dump out.
Drop the S-bomb.
Hey, a few things. A lot of people are asking, where are the pictures from our Vegas trip? They will be up on the websites a little later this morning, maybe within the next hour or so. We got a lot of pictures from the pool area, us doing the press conference. Then you got some action shots of everybody on stage doing their comedy out there. So
right.
And O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. We got 6 or 7 dates so far, more hopefully to be added. All the info's up on our website. And don't forget, tickets go on sale this Friday at 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster. 8 or 9 comedians per show, plus the O&A Village and other surprises on the way, okay?
Right.
And really fast, I want to say hi to Southern Guy. He takes over the radio division.
Ooh.
At CBS.
Is that today?
Today's his first official day.
Welcome, sir, back to the organization.
Right about now, I'm thinking he's thinking, wow, maybe this wasn't a good idea.
No, it's a wonderful idea, sir.
He walks into a blank storm.
Yeah, imagine that.
S-storm.
You do not want to walk into the situation he walked into, but he handled it with poise and honor.
Shut up. Stop kissing
and
ass.
the utmost respect from
dignity.
Dignity.
Looking for. This is a man with dignity.
And we got some breaking news from our own. Maybe we're not allowed to say.
We're off the air, you dummy.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, you can't.
Holy crap! I just saved my ass. Sorry, Tom.
I have a dump button right here.
Sorry, Tom.
I'd have used it.
Actually, I just realized as I started that statement that I'm like, wait, he did say this is for off the air.
Loose lips sync radio shows.
I understand. All right, sorry about that. All right, but you know what? What'd you do?
I'm lunging for the... I just... the dump button over here by me, it's on with two-sided sticky tape, and it keeps falling off.
Oh, no.
So I have to keep putting it back up there.
Oh, that button.
I guess what I was about to say, we'll say another day.
Yeah.
Because now people can be really mad.
Once
They're going to speculate and all that.
Speculate, schmeculate.
All right. Why don't we go to Frank Vincent, our buddy, our pal. Frank.
Hey, Paisan.
Forget about
Paisan.
You dog.
I got to tell you something. I watched The Sopranos last night, and I like seeing Frank being more in the forefront here.
You liked it?
I liked it. I liked that you were at another crappy party. You and these bad parties you're at in your movies and on The Sopranos. You don't throw a good party.
Well, this party was for my my brother's 47th birthday.
Right, and he was there in the urn.
Yeah, he's dead already. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you put him up on the on one of the mantles by the bar or somewhere. But I was cracking up with you addressing the young children of your family about your name when you came over from Italy and went through Ellis Island.
They changed it from Leonardo to Leotardo.
Yeah, and you said that name Leotardo was what?
Leotardo. They named this after a costume. Dancing costume.
A ballerina costume. Was that scene supposed to come off as funny as it did?
You know, let me tell you, when you work on Sopranos, you get material like that is so hysterical.
but you have to play it so straight.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's what makes it funnier yet.
That's the beauty of it.
That was hysterical because a little kid he's addressing a bunch of children about Ellis Island and stuff, and said, Leonardo da Vinci was a very great man, right. And our family name was Leonardo. He goes, but when we came through Ellis Island, they changed it to Leotardo. And a little child just asks, why? And Frank's character just goes, because they're a-holes. He, of course, drops the whole thing. Yeah. Because they're stupid. It was a funny scene, man, and it was great to see you back on the show. Looks to me like you're going to be in a lot more episodes now. You're gearing up to, even though you kind of don't want to, you're seeing that you're going to have to maybe take over.
Well, it looks that way, don't it?
It certainly does.
I mean, we got rid of the young guy. I didn't do that. That's Doc Santora got rid of the young guy.
Yeah, that was a really well-done scene.
Wasn't that great?
It was a great hit. You didn't know what was going on at the time.
Right, you saw the blood, and then all of a sudden you realized it.
And it was kind of in a slow-motion, weird kind of atmosphere where I almost thought they were going into a dream sequence.
Right.
And then they came back up to speed, and it was kind of like the shock of it happening. And then they came back up to speed, and you realized what was happening. It was, it was a really good episode last night.
How about when Tony first sees Phil, and he says, "How was Florida?"
Oh yeah, hot and sticky like my. And then he mentions a part of his anatomy.
Testicles. You could say testicles.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Frank had some bang-up lines last night.
Yeah, it was great.
You know, one of my favorite Frank Vincent moments, because not only does he not go to good parties, but he can't identify a good party, is in Raging Bull. When Salvi walks over, and Jake is at the table, I think with Vicky and Joe Pesci, and there's not a peep to be heard. They're like four cadavers, and Salvi walks over and goes, "Hey, you look like you're having a ball over here." and they don't look like they're having a ball. It's the worst table atmosphere ever.
And who can forget the party in Goodfellas? His getting out of jail party stunk. You had like two cronies with you.
Right.
Otto had the best line about that, because it's like, yeah, break up my party. And he goes, "What kind of party?" It's just a guy in a hat telling murder stories.
And even when his friends left, he couldn't leave his own stupid party. He's there with two guys that are going to kick his face in a minute.
The greatest party scenes ever. What you are in.
Frank Vincent and...
Somebody said to me, "Where did you get this crew that you got?" Phil Leotardo's crew. Looks like a bunch of rejects.
Yeah.
All the guys that I got around me now.
Yeah, you really got some winners around you.
Yeah.
Hey, obviously your website is frankvincent.com, but you have a book out. What is the book you have?
Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man.
A Man's Man.
What exactly is that?
Well, it's a book about teaching you how to be a man's man. We cover all the bases: how to get a date, what to cook, what to smoke, what music to play when you're with a girl. It's how to dress.
What music? What do you mean?
Yeah.
What
kind of music?
Like guy songs, Jimmy.
Like music to make love by.
Yeah.
You'd play "Fly Me to the Moon."
Right.
Music not to play when you make love, like "Celebration."
Right. Ming.
Stuff like that.
Or taps.
And we got the T-shirts. We got the Phil Leotardo T-shirts now.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Any slogans on it, or is it just a picture?
It says Phil Leotardo, and you see him smoking a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the mouse pads for it. So we're hot, man. We're hot.
All right.
All right. Well, Frank, you are in next week's episode, obviously.
Oh, we're in all of them, Matt.
Yeah, now now his story starts kicking in.
Frank Vincent.
It's looking real good. I hate looking at the previews, coming up on The Sopranos, and you see the previews and go, "Damn it, I want to see that now."
Yep.
Annoys me.
Hey, can I guess what happens at the end of The Sopranos?
Go ahead.
You could guess.
All right. Tony sings. Thank you.
Oh, like Junior used to at the end of some of the episodes.
No, he sings.
Oh, you think he rats?
The whole show's called The Sopranos.
I thought you meant literally he sings.
He's going to turn on everybody.
Actually, what happens is Tony and I ride off together in a convertible, patting each other on the ass.
An alternative lifestyle.
We go to Florida, right.
You go up and find out how to make Johnny cakes.
Right.
All right, Frank.
All right, Frank. We'll talk to you next week, and thanks, man.
Yeah, great job, Frank. Looking forward to the next few episodes.
Guy's Guide to Being a Man's Man on frankvincent.com.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, my paisan.
Love the show.
All right, cool. There he goes. Frank Vincent, everyone. He's going to be calling every Monday, for the next,
few weeks, yeah.
Well, we got 6 episodes left now, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. And Jimmy started a new bit today, and and you're going to keep it going. All right, that's all I'm saying.
I love his bad party scenes. I just thought of that as he called in Raging Bull. You got to watch it. Look like you're having a ball over here, and there's no one having a ball over there
at all.
They're miserable because Jake's in a foul mood. He thinks Vicky is banging everybody. She's not.
Yeah.
And then Salvi walks away. Frank Vincent walks away, and Pesci goes, "Hey, looks good, don't he? New suit." And Jake goes, and spits.
I'm just going to start using that and see if it catches on as a catchphrase.
What?
When you go to a lousy party, just be like, "Oh, is this a Frank Vincent party? I'm getting out of here."
There's a great scene in Mary Tyler Moore when her party, it was just...
her party stunk, yeah.
Yeah, and then Ted Knight goes, "Mayor, your party is dying, Mayor." Their bad party.
Hey, we got TJ from Jersey. Hey, Jim, Frank Vincent has been on the Free FM show numerous times plugging the book. Thanks for letting us know what the book is about again.
Hey, easy, mister. I'm plugging my friend's book.
And
I don't want to get
exactly.
What? All right, listen.
Exactly.
We're going to ruin it.
Don't ruin it.
Rocky in White Plains, what's up?
Hello.
Hey, Rocky.
Hello. The Imus thing.
Oh, boy.
What happened?
More Imus. What's up?
You still talking about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about it for a while to come, yeah.
Good. Today's show, slow news, long weekend. Those people jumped all over it. Matt Lauer questioning Imus. One-sided, just a real jerk. And then Roker does 3 blogs that go on today's website and read them. It's horrible.
Yeah, we trashed Roker simply because, look, he's allowed to have his opinion. But it's like, to me, he picked a very safe moment to try to be poignant. And it's just irritating. It's like when you spent your whole career being the wacky weatherman. I mean, sure, as a man you have feelings. But don't all of a sudden try to be public about it now when it's safe. Like, why didn't he come out about black-on-black crime or any of the other things we've said? It's just like, how you pick a safe target like Imus. Come on, stop it.
He says, "Not in my house." That was the quote.
Yes.
Well, what's you music? What goes on over there at Island Def Jam,
We trashed him. We trashed him for that stupid blog.
That's why they can't say stuff like "not in my house." I mean, if you look at NBC and what they're behind, Al knows already.
Yeah,
I don't have specifics, but I'm sure they got some rap music and they got all sorts of stuff that makes that statement quite hypocritical.
Write some more blogs. I don't think NBC is free of people that you might think are offensive. Why don't you bail out some other people too? Maybe there's some offensive things to Asians or Jews or Italians going on at NBC. Maybe you could write some letters and say how you don't want to work in the building with those people. Then perhaps you'll get your own ass thrown out.
Steve Capps is the head of news, said he talked to a whole bunch of people. That's what made up his mind, people that work for him.
He didn't talk to the majority of people who, first of all, didn't care.
You know who one of those people were? Say it again, Keith Olbermann, behind closed doors, telling Steve there, the head of the news department, that he thinks Imus should be fired. And this guy has a TV show every night where he speaks his mind on everything, but he didn't have the balls to do it on his show because he wasn't sure if they were going to let Imus go or not. And then when it was safe, when they did let him go, then Keith's on his show. I even went behind closed doors. I was one of these guys. Blah blah blah. What a wimp.
The advertisers pulled out as when Capps has made the decision, and I've got friends that work there. He didn't talk to any of the grunts. And the thing that Sharpton's saying, boycott this, boycott that, it works both ways. American Express, don't use it. Use your MasterCard, use your Visa. The guy at the gas station will make 2 more cents by not using the American Express.
Well, this is the weird thing, too, because there were a lot of people that enjoyed Imus' show, and a lot of those people now are boycotting.
Oh yeah, Russ was horrible yesterday.
We gotta let these special interest groups know that you can't threaten boycotts anymore. That's what we gotta get done. That's what these corporations have got to get done. One special interest group says they're gonna boycott something, and everyone becomes panicky.
Tim Russert is a bug-eyed fruit, and I never liked him. I'm sick of hearing about him. I hate his fat head, and I'm tired of him. And black people boycotting the buses. Because you were not getting... I mean, that's a boycott.
Right.
But is that what it's come to? Like, from something that significant and that important to an older white guy said a joke that just didn't fly? I mean, like, is that...
All of a sudden, you're not going to eat Fruit Loops because of what Imus said on his show?
Yeah.
That's just like the bus thing. You're right, Jimmy.
They brought Sharpton on there 2 days in a row, for this whipping of Don. And Meredith was the only person that had the cojones to question Roker like he needed to be.
Well, they're also afraid of being. Again, we said this last week, and we're moving on from this, but it's tough not to because it so affects you and what you do. Is when she questioned whoever was that questioned Jesse Jackson about Hymietown, which he should be questioned about because he goes to Arab countries. Didn't this guy meet with Muammar Gaddafi?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't he meet? The head of Libya, and yet he called New York Hymietown. Does that not? If that's the way he feels about Jews in this country, how can he go and talk to Muammar Gaddafi in Libya and not be held accountable? And stupid Imus makes a nappy-headed hoe joke, and he's off the air.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Nikki in Queens. Nikki, what's up?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hi.
I'm black. Every morning I listen to your show, and I absolutely need to say 5 or 3 or 4 black people do not speak for the entire population. Like, that really, really has to be known because it's not all black people that think this. It's 4 or 5 people.
But you know what it is, Nikki, and we know that, and most black people I know have told me that we didn't vote for Sharpton, but you never hear black people coming out publicly against Sharpton or Jesse Jackson. You don't hear about, like, you'll say it, or Patrice will say it, or Keith will, but you don't hear guys...
They're starting to, though. Like that Jason Whitlock, man, wow.
Yeah.
His column was brilliant, and then he's been on TV off and on the past week saying, all sorts of... he's speaking actually the truth about Jesse Jackson and Reverend Al Sharpton and how the black community did not elect these guys to lead the charge.
And that's the main thing is, like, you just don't hear any prominent black figures coming out and going, well, this guy's just an ass.
Yeah.
No.
They're afraid.
No, that's absolutely true, but it's as ludicrous as, like, white people saying, oh, these 5 white guys represent all of us.
Right, of course.
Well, they do.
You know who I like as a black leader? Farrakhan. That's who I like. I really do. Yes.
Interesting.
He's a bright guy. He's a good speaker, and he annoys people. Oh, does he get under people's skin?
He's a little too out there for me.
But to me, like, I like the guy because that's his agenda. Like, I like a guy who's out with what he does. He's actually softened in his old age a little bit, but he was hardcore anti-white, and that's what I like. Go ahead. That's who he is, and don't pretend to be who you're not.
We need a new black leader. What do you guys think?
No,
I'll do it if no one's involved.
Jimmy?
I'll help.
I'm thinking Gary Coleman.
How funny would it be if black people voted him in?
Right. Also, he's just minding his own business. He gets to knock on his door. Mr. Coleman, you've just been elected to...
You're the new black leader. You have to speak on everything black.
Right.
What? Everything? To handle everything black.
Maybe we could come up with something a little better than Gary Coleman. But that's a start. The black people out there, you need a new leader, so it's time to vote. Maybe we could get 4 or 5 candidates, and then we'll throw it on our website. We'll have the black community vote for their next
vote for new leader.
Yeah,
I like it.
All right.
How is it going? Trying to get us a meeting with the Rutgers basketball team.
I don't know.
I know we set that up with Steve.
We'll find out after the break. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you very much.
All right.
They met with Imus, and they said, I guess it went well.
I don't care about their meeting with Imus.
Oh, no.
I know Hillary is going to go meet with them. I know they did Oprah's show. I just want to know. I want to meet with them.
Why?
I want to sit and meet with them.
Oprah had them on.
Thing to do.
Because it's a women's thing. And
did Oprah give them something?
I don't know. I don't think so. Hair products.
I mean, at least, but Oprah's a black woman.
Yeah.
Oprah's a black woman, so at least, I mean, being called a nappy-headed hoe might hit her in a... So, all right.
Yeah.
I could see her. But why does Hillary have to show up?
Exactly.
Is she going to talk about her, even though she doesn't play sports, her ankles and calves are thicker than theirs? Nobody wants to hear from you, old white lady with your stupid Leif Garrett hairdo. We're tired of it.
We talk about her, too, man. She's so safe. She's the safest politician in the history of politics.
Please, you never stick her nose anywhere that people might say, hey, what are you talking about?
Now that other people made it okay to have a meeting with the Rutgers women's basketball team, now she realizes, okay, this would be good for my career. So now she's going to meet with them.
Yep.
Yeah, she's going to meet with them.
Why didn't you meet with them like day one?
Photo op, or maybe not a photo op. It might be like, well, I didn't want pictures taken, but let me tell you what happened. We talked about diversity and equality and feelings and just a bunch of drivel out of that woman's mouth.
Why is one politician not coming out and saying unpopular speech has to be protected? Like, not one of them. Not one of the liberals.
That's why I can't endorse Obama.
No.
Cannot do it.
The guy,
do it.
He was actually a guy I liked a lot until that. It's like, why, Barack? Is that your idea of a big stand? Why?
There's your agenda.
Cannot do it now. Hey, Here's a quickie.
Controversy at a Texas school after an unorthodox lesson about one of history's greatest horrors. Students learning about the Holocaust in an advanced placement geography class at a 9th grade academy were split into groups of Germans and Jews. The group labeled Jews was forced to wear Stars of David and increasingly became prone to real persecution at school. Many students and parents say the lesson went too far. An estimated 6 million Jews were killed during the Holocaust.
Wait, so the kids had to walk around the school like that, or just in the classroom?
I think in the classroom, and then they were supposed to have various roles that were like they were between the German soldiers and the Jews back in the 30s and 40s. And it turned into a thing where the people portraying the Germans really started abusing the people that were portraying the Jews. Really started spitting on them.
And real Germans.
No.
Okay.
They had split the class up. And they started spitting on him and really throwing things at him.
They're method actors.
And that's what it is. They really took their roles seriously.
And I didn't like, by the way, at the end of that, she said the Holocaust had an estimated 6 million. Stop summing it up. We know the Holocaust.
Yeah.
It's not news.
You don't have to do something like, you might remember the story from last week.
Right.
We kind of remember. Here's a clip from the room. This was a sensitive moment.
Go ahead, go and leave. I pardon you.
And he went to social studies.
Wow.
Leave. I pardon you.
Go and leave.
All right.
What do you expect to happen?
I don't know.
There's another cute little German story in the news, too.
Which one?
The one about the Germans being insensitive to the African Americans during their army training.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Army training, sir.
They're in Germany, right?
Yeah, this is the German army in Germany. Nothing to do with the United States. Germany, German army, Germany.
Wait, is this the one, the army recruiter who's homophobic and racist?
No.
Oh, that's another one.
That sounds like an interesting little military tidbit. No, this is the one where there's a tape, little training tape of video of the German army training. And apparently, a little insensitive. Here it is. Berlin, Germany. A video showing a German army instructor telling one of the soldiers to envision African Americans in the Bronx while firing with a machine gun was broadcast Saturday on national television. Defense Ministry said the video was shot on July 2006 at a barracks in some town there. Army is unaware of its blah, blah, blah. The instructor tells the soldiers, "You are in the Bronx. A black van is stopping in front of you. 3 African Americans are getting out and they are insulting your mothers in the worst way. Act." The soldier fires his machine gun several times and yells an obscenity several times in English. The instructor then tells the soldier to curse even louder. And
what did he actually say? African Americans? The German guy is politically correct?
The German guy is politically correct. The first this came to my attention was yesterday. We were in the car driving back from the airport, and I was shown the newspaper, and it said, I can't believe how insensitive the German army is being.
Who said that?
Whoever was writing the article. It's like, can you believe how insensitive the German army is? Well, they kind of have a record of this kind of thing.
Right. You're surprised?
And as far as insensitivity goes, you could kind of thumb through some history books and find some insensitivity.
This is like 80th on the list.
And, they're looking for an apology. They want the tape.
Don't apologize. It doesn't mean anything in this day and age.
I know. All of a sudden, the German army will get fired. The Germany will have no one to protect them because the whole army is just out of work. Who cares what the German army says?
I know. It's really, who cares?
Who cares? If they get smart again, just drop a bomb on them. That's a good answer. God, do I know nothing.
It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. The Opie and Anthony virus.
You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. A bit on the tired side.
I don't recline on the couch during that break.
I saw that. You never do that, by the way.
This chair is the worst thing to sit in for hours on end. Still hunched over, my computer hunched.
It was
kind of sound machine. Here I am.
It stinks, and I don't like
I'm hunched playing sounds.
Shut up.
It's kind of crazy. We did Friday's show, flew right to Vegas, did the press conference on Saturday afternoon, and then we did the first date of the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show, and then flew home pretty much hours after the show was over.
Without any sleep.
Completely insane, and then we didn't think we were going to make it back into the New York area because of this horrible nor'easter that's going on. Want to say hi to all the reporters standing in puddles all over New York.
Yeah.
For what reason, I don't know. Whatever. It rained a lot. We get it, and we understand there's some flooding issues and some highways that are down, but do you have to do your reports from puddles? Literally standing in the puddles?
Is anybody like, why can't they do it from indoors? Like, when they say it's really raining, are people like, well, I wish they'd show that. I haven't seen it.
I don't believe them.
Who doesn't know what rain looks like?
Yeah.
They're in puddles.
If testicles are falling from the clouds, I'd like to see you standing out with an umbrella as they thud off the top of it. That would be interesting.
Hey, by the way, we announced some of the other dates for the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Show. Maybe one or two more dates to be added. But just in case you're just tuning into the show today, Jones Beach, June 16th. We're very excited about the Jones Beach one because that is like our home stadium, basically. I was on that stage many times just introducing dumb things like, hey, here's Leonard Skinner. Hey, here's some shirts. Here's Motley Crue. Hey, here's
the Charlie Daniels Band.
Yeah, something dumb like that. But we're actually going to have our name on the billboard. That is really cool to us. Jones Beach, June 16th. Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, June 30th. Tweeter Center, Mansfield, Massachusetts, July 21st. Each one of these shows will have 8 or 9 comedians that you know and love from this radio show. Nissan Pavilion for everybody in the Washington area. That's August 16th. PNC Bank Arts Center, Homedale, New Jersey, August 25th. And then Tweeter Center in Camden, New Jersey for everybody in the Philly area. That will be on September 15th. Tickets go on sale Friday at 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster. All the lineups and all the info up on our website, okay?
Thank God we're only playing one more casino venue because I'll just go broke. I'll just go broke if we play at more of these casinos.
How much did you lose in Vegas?
There was a couple of dollars, maybe $10, $20.
Perhaps more than that, Ope.
It was.
I heard a few thou.
It was a pretty substantial loss. I haven't had a pretty substantial loss in a while. Pretty substantial.
My girlfriend, what a junky gambler she is now. She
really?
Never played anything. Stupid Bob Kelly is playing Wheel of Fortune. And he goes,
oh, my God. He plays the worst things, the things no one else plays.
He's shaped like it. And he's standing there and he goes, hey, hon, hit the button. Bob always tries to be charming. He's just, there's nothing charming about you. Hit the button. And my girlfriend pokes the button like on the spin and hits $100. And now she thinks she's like a gambler. And this is the greatest. Because Bobby's like, he gets changed. He goes, yeah, I'm going to give you 50. And she's like, no. And he goes, here, take it. And then her greedy little hand reached out and grabbed it. Stupid wanted his money back, and it was too late. So now she thinks
screw him.
Exactly. Don't know if
we were playing 3-card poker, and Patrice sits down at the table and pulls out some cash, gets his chips, and the first hand out, he wins. He actually looks at what the dealer has, and the dealer doesn't have anything. Patrice points at the dealer's face and goes, oh, God, you got nothing. Pointing right in her face. She's livid. And he's just, oh, God damn, that was funny. Oh, did you see what you had? You had nothing. Next hand, very same thing happens. She's got nothing. Oh, God damn. Oh, look at you. Pointing and laughing is the worst thing you can do to someone you don't know.
It was hilarious.
You just don't know this person.
Because it was all people from the show, and then the fans behind everybody playing cards. She was like in the minority there, big time.
Until she realized what was going on, I think, because we all started laughing at it, and it was really funny. And maybe she started realizing, okay, he's with these group of people. They're comics. They're playing the place tonight. But at first, oh my God, was she pissed?
And I've never seen a colder seat than the one that Bob Kelly was sitting in. Playing 3-card. I was at the table next to you. I was at a table next to you because I couldn't get in on that table, and I'm winning like crazy at 3-card. But I'm bored because it's not even. It is about winning to a point, but it's also about just hanging with your friends and really enjoying yourself and doing what.
Our table's laughing.
Yeah, and doing exactly what you just described, laughing and joking and stuff. I know we got Rogan. Tell me, hold on 1 second here. And all of a sudden, Bob Kelly gets up from the coldest seat on your table. He's winning nothing. And I'm like, I'm going to just go over there and, play with the boys. So I sit down. I lose everything that I just won at the other table and then some. That seat sucked so bad it wasn't even funny. And then I'm running out of chips and I have no cash in my pocket. I got to go get some more cash. And Bob's like, you getting up? I'm like, yeah, I guess. He sits down 2 hands later. And just before he bet, too, by the way, I go, dude, go all in. Go all in. Just big bet time. Big bet time. He goes, big bet? Big bet? I go, yeah. And then he just throws $10, the minimum down.
The minimum.
And then all of a sudden he hits for a straight flush 2 hands after I left for 40-1.
Happened to Danny, too.
Danny did the same thing?
Danny left his seat. Guy sat down and got a straight flush. You just gotta stay there.
Hey, guys.
That's it.
Very good news. It's just been handed to me, a communique from Club Soda I was going to call you Club Soda Candy. That's how tired we all are today. Jesus.
I'm sweet.
Club Soda Candy.
Club Soda Candy. He became a sissy. That's what we'll call him.
Candy girl.
A sissy.
August 4th. We're coming to Detroit, Michigan.
All right.
With the O&A Traveling Virus Comedy Tour. See, dates being added as we speak here. Hopefully we'll have good news for Chicago and the people in the Buffalo area. I don't know, but we'll see. Lineup coming soon, but we're going to be at the DTE Pavilion August 4th in Detroit. We'll add all that info up on the website, okay? But it's 8 or 9 comedians you know and love from the show, and tickets are on sale 9 a.m. Friday through Ticketmaster.
And we had Joe, who's on with us. Rogan did one of these.
Oh, yeah.
In Vegas. And was
Vegas.
Great. Dude, you were great, man.
Joe closed the show at the joint at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. How'd it feel, Joe?
It was awesome. 2.5 hours in, the crowd was still hot. That place was so much fun.
Yeah, I haven't seen your act in years, man. It's been so long since we actually worked together. And I saw you at the store one night, but it's been so long since we actually did a gig together, man. It was really nice to see, man. You're just great.
Yeah, we're very...
Thanks, man. It was great seeing everybody. It was such a fun night, man.
Yeah, see, that's why we got to tape the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, because it's like one big party.
Yep.
We didn't tape anything behind the scenes?
Well, I don't know. Not really. We don't have our act together yet. We're still working out the kinks on everything.
Yeah, there was some stuff. Just the stuff we did live, because we were broadcasting a little bit of it live on XM. And, man, the ripping apart that gets done in those dressing rooms is just brutal.
See what happened? We were all in a green room, and as soon as someone went on stage, we have a closed-circuit TV, and we could check out everything. And we're just beating the crap out of whoever was on stage. And then it got to the point no one wanted to leave this room.
Yeah, you didn't want to leave.
Because you knew you would be next.
So yeah, comic would be waiting in the room and then hit the stage. We're watching on the closed circuit. We're watching and doing nothing but bashing them. Not on their act. We're just bashing their clothes, their hair, their shape. It was awful.
Well, Joe Rogan's the only one that's in shape out of all the comedians. But Jim lost quite a bit of weight. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I didn't mean to beat you up there. But Rogan's an animal.
You can't. It's embarrassing to be on. It was the last 3 acts. It was Caliendo, who I feel good physically next to, myself, and then Rogan, who just makes Marys out of all of us. And just a washboard-abbed animal. And Joe, who was with you? Was that the guy, Eddie Bravo, who pinned the Gracie?
Yeah, he didn't pin him.
Tapped him?
Yeah, he tapped him. Yeah.
What a girl's way of talking about Ultimate Fighting that was. Didn't he make the Gracie fall down?
He held him down on the ground until he was hurting.
Joe travels with professional killers. I noticed that about him.
Well, it's just guys that I hang out with do martial arts. That's all it is.
Yeah. And we were talking about that. We were in the dressing room, and Joe makes a fist. We were commenting on how come women aren't ultimate fighters and can't be in the same ring as the men if it's based on skill and holds and submission holds. If they're just as strong, how come they can't be in there? And Joe was saying it's just basic, laws of anatomy. The male body is just bigger, stronger, more powerful than the woman's body. And Joe made an example. He says, look at my fist. He goes, if you take this and just drive it into a woman's face, because her basic bone structure in her face just dictates that it will collapse under the weight of a fist. And we were looking at Joe's fist in amazement. It is like an effing sledgehammer on the end of a wrist.
It's disgusting how ridiculous it is. Can you imagine getting hit by that?
No.
One time?
I don't want to imagine it.
Just as a goof.
I like the fact that Rogan's comparison was that you drill it into a woman's face. It was like spoken like a true husband.
But the best part was when Voss, who has these tiny little puppet hands, asked, is there an exercise I could do to get my hands bigger? and we all just laughed at him.
How about holding a book, stupid? That's why Voss's fingers are so unbendable, because he's never leafed through pages before.
Voss took the biggest beating, though.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody had cracks about Voss, especially when he was on the air.
It's just too easy. He makes it so easy.
He enjoys it, too. That's the crazy thing about Voss. Bonnie said it best. Positive or negative attention, he doesn't matter, as long as it's coming.
Yeah. He doesn't care.
He loves it.
Joe, when's the next date you're actually doing with us, man? Because I know you're on quite a few of these dates.
I'm doing as many as I can. I mean, I was listening to you guys saying those over the phone, so I was going over my calendar, and there's a couple of them I can't do. One of them, I can't do August 4th, and I can't do the one at Jones Beach, but every one I can, I'm going to do.
All right, good, man. It was really
cool, man.
It was cool.
Such a great hang. Everybody backstage was just constant laughter. It was so much fun.
That's why we got to tape and get some of those clips on the website. And you know, Joe was in a tough spot because he had to close the show after like 2.5 hours of comedy. And man, they loved you, Joe.
Well, you know what? Even 2.5 hours in, what I was saying was it wasn't even like a regular comedy show. It was more like an event. Everybody was so happy to be there that 2.5 hours in, the crowd was like energetic, like it was fresh, the show just started.
I know the comedy thing has been done as far as getting a bunch of comedians together, but I think our take on it is a bit different. I really do.
It is like an event, and what I heard also was that the bar couldn't have been happier. They sold so much booze. Our audience is a bunch of drunks.
Oh, yeah. It had to be a record-breaking night.
I think it was. They said they had sold so much. They were amazed at how much they sold before the show even started.
Well, I mean, after the meet and greet, I was just kicking beer bottles out of the way just to try to leave the joint.
To leave.
It was unbelievable how many beer bottles were on the ground.
That's one reason venues do love this show.
Yeah.
It's because everyone associated with it attracts alcohol. They're just drunken slobs.
It's tough to find a group of people that are having more fun, though. They're like so happy to be there at the O&A show.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a more enthusiastic audience.
It was great to see some new fans, too. It was very cool to see the Pest Out West and all that. And it was funny at the pool because you had all these hard bodies all over the place, and then our group of fans gathering for the press conference.
Yeah. I was saying that, looking out from the window of the hotel down into the pool area, I could see a distinct line. Like, you ever see those vegetation maps of the United States and Mexico, and you can absolutely see where the border is because it's so lush on the United States side and so barren on the Mexican side? That's what it looked like looking out the window. There are these hard bodies, hot girls, like guys that obviously go to the gym, and then our listeners, and a distinct line where they were not mixing. Those two groups do not mix.
Yeah, we got to soften our delivery so we get more hot chicks listening to the show. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, I was saying if we ever get a little tired of Pest being around or fans of the show and maybe want to get away from them for a little while, go to the hotel gym and hang out there because you will not see one of our fans hanging out there. Just sit down.
Nice breather. Hey, Joe, you were talking about the Imus thing backstage a lot. I mean, what's your thoughts? We kind of know, but you had a good take on this whole thing.
Well, the whole thing is ridiculous. To me, it's Janet Jackson's Nipple Part 2.
Yep.
I was listening to CNN in my car, and they were talking about how they were gathered at the mansion of the governor, and there was reporters outside reporting on this meeting inside the governor's mansion about the Imus thing. And I'm like, what planet is this taking place on? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't even seem real. It seems like one of those crazy movies where everything just goes nuts, and you look at it and you go, nah. In real life, people would never react like this.
If the governor wants to meet about something, it should be retards and red trucks. That's what he should be meeting about.
It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, he said something as a goof that's, stuff that, it has been said on the O&A show 100 times worse. 100 different occasions. It's just funny.
Has it?
So nobody says anything.
We've never said that.
Yeah, find a tape of us saying something bad. Are you crazy?
Maybe when Joe Rogan's a guest.
Yeah, exactly.
I've said stuff on your show worse, for sure.
I love all his quote friends that have done his show forever now turning their backs on him. It's like you knew damn well what kind of show Imus did all these years.
There was one woman who was on CNN yesterday complaining that she had been on Imus in the past, and Imus referred to her as a cleaning lady.
Yeah.
And she's freaking out.
Yeah. Well, why didn't you freak out when he called you that?
Or hang up on him.
Exactly.
Or did she?
And she was chastising all the other people who had been on, who knew that he called her a cleaning lady and did nothing. As if she was like raped by a bunch of wild gorillas, on television. It was, he called me a cleaning lady. What's so bad about being a cleaning lady?
Absolutely. Thank God my place is not dirty. Enough out of you. By the way, do you have anything on the Imus take on your CD, Shiny Happy Jihad?
Oh, what an interesting segue there, Jim.
Oh, nice.
I can't wait to...
Because my new CD came out Tuesday.
Oh, is it recent? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear this, man.
You can get it on Amazon.com. It's in stores. I think we actually have a copy, or I have a copy of the jacket, but I don't think I have the CD.
Joe's comedy is very, very smart. I like smart comedians. You really make people think, and it's also obvious you smoke a lot of pot.
Oh, that's definitely where it comes from.
There's a lot of pot when he's thinking this stuff up.
And it's just high energy, man. I mean, the crowd was just pumped up, man.
I'm just so excited I finally got a CD out. I haven't put anything out since 2000, and everybody knows me as the Fear Factor guy. And, I even say to my act, I don't look funny. I look like an idiot. I don't look like I'd be funny at all.
Well, it's not. You look like the type of guy that didn't have to be funny, because Joe's like an alpha male. So, alpha males were usually jocks who didn't have to be funny because they got laid just by playing sports and by punching nerds in the face.
And we also bow to Joe Rogan because he gave us the greatest moment on our radio show.
Yes.
The baby bird.
That wasn't my moment.
Right.
That was just an idea. The dude who should take the credit is the dude who got thrown up in his mouth.
Man, when that video played over the big video screens there in Vegas, wow. The place, with every disgusting hurl that came out of Pat's mouth, the crowd just groaned.
That video plays so well in front of a lot of people because I was looking at the faces of the crowd, and obviously you get a bunch of people, a lot of people that have seen the video a lot of times, but they also brought people to the comedy show that might be just kind of, I don't know, fringe fans or what have you, and you see everyone elbowing each other going, this is what I was telling you about, check this out. They got so excited.
And it starts off with, some basic puking. And if you're not familiar with this, we had the eggnog drinking contest. Pat from Menaki won. He drank a crap load, man. I think it was 2 gallons of eggnog. And we had a guy that wanted to be an intern. And in order to be an intern, we said Joe Rogan suggested he get his face puked on. So he leaned over a garbage pail like you would in a sink getting your hair shampooed at the salon. And Pat proceeded to throw up on this guy's face. It started off very slow with just a little bit, but by the end, it was, and I'm not even exaggerating, a fire hose firing vomit into this guy's face. And each time it happened, the crowd groaned harder and harder, and it was so fun to watch that build.
It didn't even look real.
No, it didn't until you actually saw it. It was like these guys can't possibly CGI this vomit. This guy is actually doing this in another guy's face.
The comments, because the video's up on Break.com, people are like, yeah, this isn't real. It's obvious it's not real. No, it's as real as it gets.
It didn't seem, the volume just didn't seem possible.
Right, that's what it is. And even after seeing it as many times as I hadn't seen it for a while until the other night. And watching it again, I'm like, oh, my God, I can't believe how much is coming out of this.
It plays so well on the big screen, and there's such a rhythm to the video. You notice that? There's just such a nice rhythm.
And the crowd just accentuates it with the, oh, my God.
Well, Joe, we're running out of time on this side of the show, but we're so excited you're going to be part of the comedy tour this summer, man.
Oh, I'm so excited to do it, man. I can't tell you the last time I had so much fun. It was almost like a comedy reunion or something. It was so great.
Yeah.
Otto and George on the show, Jim and, Voss and Patrice. I mean, it was so much fun. Bobby Kelly. We had such a great time hanging out in the casino. I mean, everybody was up till 7 in the morning, just hanging out.
That was another thing. The show ends and we're all just kind of hanging out outside, grab something to eat, and then, back hitting the tables, walking around, just having a good time.
It was fantastic. Thanks for letting me be a part of it.
All right, Joe, and the new CD is Shiny Happy Jihad, in stores now, or go to Amazon.com. I can't wait to listen to that thing.
Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it, man.
All right, buddy.
Times.
All right, Joe. We'll talk to you soon. Joe Rogan, everybody.
JoeRogan.net is his website, too.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Take our little stroll over to the cock-a-doodie mouth side.
We got maybe an hour left in us today. I'm telling everybody right now. Go ahead.
Friday night, April 20th, this Friday, I'll be at the Hokey Lao in Chicopee, the worst name in history, at the Comedy Connection. 2 shows. The Hokey Lao.
Hokey Lao.
If you can't remember the name, just vomit. That sound, look it up.
Yeah, vomit and see what it spells.
Hokey Lao.
There it is. All right, if you're not joining us over at XM, have a great day.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
We're at XM Satellite Radio.
What the hell is that?
That's a vacuum going. That's great.
Oh, you hate vacuums. What's that sound doing to you?
What the hell are they vacuuming? What are they vacuuming?
There's a vacuum going on out there.
Hopefully Martha's throat.
Oh, yeah. We're trying to... Yeah, no kidding, because my freaking throat's hurting more and more. Ant's got the throat thing. Whatever.
Barely talk. Smoothie's nice and soothing.
Kenny did a commercial for my Hooky Loud show, and it's just awful.
Can we hear it?
It's very funny. It's just him being him.
Did they play it during the walkover?
I don't know. But
go over there, Kenny. All right, let's hear this. You're playing up there this weekend,
yeah,
right?
It's just Friday night, 2 shows, but he did a commercial because I was away. And it's just Kenny will now do all of my commercials.
All right, let's hear it.
That rule. Good.
The guy's a master.
The new voice man.
One take. Hello. My name is Club Soda Kenny, and I would like to invite you to see my pal, Jim Norton, Friday night, April 20th, at the Hooky Low Comedy Connection in Chicopee, Mass.
Hooky Low.
There are 2 big shows at 7 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. To purchase tickets, call 413-593-5222 or order online at www.hookielau.com. That's www.hukelau.com. I repeat, Jim Norton coming Friday, April 20th
so annoying.
at the Hookielau Comedy Connection in Chicopee, Mass. 2 shows, 7 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. Call 413-593-5222 or online at www.hookielau.com. HUKELAU. Thank you.
Club Soda Candy, everybody.
Oh, that is a droning mess.
Oh, it's awful.
It really is awful.
With that song in the back, his name should be Dope Ho.
One take.
That was perfect.
Yeah, no shit.
I'm a professional.
Speaking of announcements, do we have it in the system? Because I think it was live on XM. Club Soda Kenny announcing Anthony and I with no voice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a doozy.
Ladies and gentlemen. Yeah.
You really couldn't talk.
The moment you've been waiting for.
Yeah, what a moment. Jimmy in Vegas, what's up?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
I love you, love the show. I was at the joint the other night, and I had a blast. It was great. The press conference alone was awesome. And I stuck around after the show, and I met you guys. You signed my ticket stub. I had told Anthony I knew Rex. I used to make his lunch every day in Massapequa.
My old guitarist.
Yeah,
yes,
from Rock Good. And I remember hearing the whole saga when it was going on about you.
Endless.
He had a good time at the show.
That's the most important part.
You signed my ticket. Well, the one I had the stub, the other I had the whole ticket.
And then I told him about it in Massapequa.
We just announced Detroit this morning, so and hopefully we'll have another city to announce by the end of the week. But tickets go on sale for all the tour dates this Friday at 9 a.m. through Ticketmaster.com. People got to understand, too, maybe the newbies, that this is a whole event. Like that press conference we did in Vegas.
Yep.
In every city, there's going to be some other thing associated with it, whether it's a live broadcast or a hang before the show in the parking lot or an after-hours party going on somewhere else. It's just all-encompassing. There's a lot going on. It's just not a comedy show and that's it. There's so much else going on.
Always some shenanigans or hijinks.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You guys are so intriguing. You can't miss an O&A event.
You got the voice thing going too, huh, Kenny?
Yeah. And you know, we got home yesterday. I called Robert Kelly. He was stuck in the airport, and I was just goofing off.
You mean not because the flight was delayed? Getting through the door,
getting through the
because he was on JetBlue, and every JetBlue flight got canceled.
Man, JetBlue is taking a beating lately. They are taking a beating.
They got a little, and forgive me, they got a little too big for their britches. All of a sudden, they're thinking, thinking like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, they think who they are.
Yeah.
I should say that, and then Sharon Stone should suck my cock.
Well, Continental better shape up also.
Or ship out.
Oh, my God. Why, Kenny? We almost made it through the broadcast. Why did you just do that?
That abysmal experience I had with that airline this
You were the
weekend.
one that turned us all on to Continental, and now you're turning your back on them.
For some reason, I don't fly anything else.
Right. You sent us all down this road.
You've given them hundreds of thousands in business.
I understand that, and I know I set this entire radio staff on the road with Continental, and what they have done is a man in a Continental hat showed up and spit in my face.
Yeah.
If you understood... My girlfriend and I were flying to do this traveling virus show, and we were flying first. The XM is very generous and flies us first class, which is nice. So we're in row 5. Plane, because we're 6-hour delays because of the weather. That's no fault of the airlines. The plane, they switched planes. Now all of a sudden there is no row 5 on the plane, so we've been pushed back to coach. It's annoying, but it happens. Here's how they let us know. 3 hours into the delay, they call us up to the front, and the guy goes, yeah, you've been downgraded, the supervisor. I'm like, that's unacceptable. He goes, well, what do you want me to do? You've been downgraded. There's no row 5. So I'm like, well, can you give us better seats in coach? No, I can't do that. I can't start moving other people around. This son of a bitch stuck us in a middle and a window seat, and he gave us a $150 travel voucher.
150.
Where am I going to fly? From Newark to LaGuardia? What do I do with a $150 travel voucher?
If I can quote Tom Cermak, you could fly from JFK to JFK Jr.
That helped.
Club Soda Candy, everybody.
No, that's somebody else's joke. That's why I quoted him.
I know. You said his name, so we know that.
It was just awful. And they wound up sticking us in I'm like, why don't you sit us in row 5, give us the bulkhead, keep an empty seat between us, because there was empty seats on the plane between plenty of people, and serve us a first-class meal. That's fine. That shows that you apologize. Just the worst.
What?
At least JetBlue has the dignity to keep you on the plane for 10 hours.
Hey, here's the other thing. When we finally landed and we got to the baggage claim, an hour.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's coming home.
Who kept track of that?
Yep.
I think it was Kenny.
It was an hour.
We waited an hour in front of the carousel for our luggage, and there was a guy that's on duty. I don't know why they even pay him, because people were going up to him, one passenger after another, going, what the fuck is going on? Could someone give us an explanation why we're waiting about an hour to get our luggage?
Well, we got an explanation.
What was the explanation?
It's raining. They don't work in the rain.
Yeah.
There's only one guy out there, because we would notice one of the baggage carousels, luggage would come out, and then ours, luggage would stop coming out. And then we'd get some luggage where they would come out, and the other one would stop. And Kenny finds out one guy was running back and forth between the two.
And Kenny walked up and asked the guy, someone, and they're just nasty.
Yeah.
Like, they don't like to be questioned. Coming home, we had this abominable travel there. So coming home, my girlfriend and I are sitting together. You guys sit with your girls. You want to sit with your chick.
Of course.
They split us up. Kenny has a printout of the seats we're supposed to be in, and they just split us up. So Kenny calls for an explanation, like why, and the woman, what happened? You called up.
I lost an hour of my life because you call the Continental hotline. I get the first lady. I explain the problem. Immediately she knows this is something she don't want to deal with. So you get connected to another help desk. You explain the problem. She puts me on hold. She tries to look up the record, and she brings up our Miami flight, which me and Jimmy had the week before. I go, that's why you guys are so screwed up. Can't you get anything right? So now she puts me on hold for 40 minutes until, she knew what she was doing until I was just going to hang up and go away.
You get sick of it and hang up.
And I had to listen to that Continental message about how terrific they are with that stupid music.
Isn't that great that when you call a complaint line for a company, they play like a commercial for their friggin' product?
Yeah. And I got to hear the CEO, Larry Kellner, every time we take off, going on saying, Continental, hi, it's Larry Kellner. Continental is made up by the people and the best employees. Are they? Are they?
Yeah. Hey, you Clint Howard-looking fucking asshole.
Hey, more importantly, I got him.
Does that bulbous head?
More importantly, I like the unkept Club Soda Kenny. Look at the look he's got today.
He's messy.
His hair's not combed. He hasn't shaved.
Yeah.
See, you're very orderly.
His hair's not combed. Get him a wire brush.
Yeah. I'm going home to deal with my flooded basement.
All right, why don't you get out of here?
Pouring out.
Oh, wait, you're not even going to be able to go to sleep when you get home?
Do we have Kenny?
I got a flood.
Oh.
We don't have Kenny yet?
No. It was supposed to have been bulked in Delet, but the files that are there, of course, aren't the correct ones.
Whose fault?
Don't know.
Bill? We'll find it eventually?
Yes.
All right, because it was hilarious, because Kenny had no voice, and he had to make this dramatic announcement that we were hitting the stage.
Oh, it stunk.
Yeah. All right, let's say hi to One Nut in Pennsylvania. One Nut, what's up?
I have got to compliment Steve on the travel virus spot. Listening to him say fuck over and over in that announcer voice of his is like listening to Gary Owens cuss out your mother.
What? Steve. Can we hear that? We got the official promo for the ONA Traveling Virus show. The guy likes it. I haven't heard it yet.
Find it.
All right, go find that. Thank you, One Nut. Let's go to Chris in Jersey. Chris, what's up?
Hey, Jimmy, I just want to say, and to the rest of you guys, I work for Continental, and real sorry. I mean, that's just... Jimmy, I wish you had said something about that while you guys were on Free FM, because I know in a couple of the hangars, everybody down there listens to you guys, and that would have really shaken some heads, because I tell you what, even as somebody that works there, we got problems with some of the people that work there.
Thank you. And here's the thing. Every company has these weird things. It's a part of business. You're a major airline. You're going to have certain screw-ups. But, I mean, the way they handled it, the supervisor was awful. I mean, this guy was I'm like, what are we supposed to do? And he's like, well, you can get on the plane or not get on the plane. Like, he wanted people want to just, like, herd you on like your cattle, and you get sick and tired of being treated like that. And it's like the public has to deal with this crap all the time, and they wonder why there's so much tension in the airports. Oh, then I get on the plane, I tell the flight attendant, I'm talking to the guy, I'm like, sir, can I have a complaint form? And he goes, I'll give you 2. And I'm like, well, because we have this problem, we were kind of booted out of first class. And he goes, man, that's deep. That's deep. That's, honest to God, what the flight attendant said to me. That's what I want. Sarcasm.
Jimmy, I don't mean shit coming from me over the phone now, but listen, man, we apologize and keep flying because I can't wait for the day I get to call out a Ramon over the aircraft.
All right, thank you, man. No, the pilots. I'll tell you. I'll say one thing for the airline. They're safe. I fly them because I feel safe on their plane. Yeah, that's why.
Damn pilot brought that plane in yesterday.
Yeah, oh, man, I've never had a dangerous flight. It's just the customer service is atrocious.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. All
right, let's say hi to Dave in Atlanta. Dave.
Yeah, how you doing?
You're a pilot for Continental?
For Express.
Oh, okay.
Hey, man.
Oh, not the real planes.
That's right, not the real ones. Well, yeah, I jump seat back and forth from Atlanta to Newark to get home. And, yeah, you run into all sorts of problems with those customer service people just trying to get, as a pilot, trying to get on the plane.
They're just awful. You know? It's almost like they like when you have a legitimate complaint. I don't scream at people. I don't. God.
I'm sorry, yeah, guys like you, Jimmy, that, you know, you're a freaking flyer, you know what you're doing.
He's platinum.
When they downgraded you to coach, I mean, it sounds like you paid for a first-class ticket.
Well, XM did, but they were $1,200 tickets, and again, XM was very generous to do that.
Absolutely. And then you got people up there that didn't get downgraded, they probably upgraded from their freaking flyer miles.
There was one, and they lied to me about it. I'm like, well, was there anybody upgraded? And they're like, no. And then we land in Vegas, the supervisor checks, and there was somebody who had been upgraded. They just lie to you. It's like, why are you lying to me? Like, man to man, I'm asking you a legitimate question. You're screwing me. You're not taking care of me. And, you know, I've flown coach most of my life. I know what it's like in coach. And, you know, I've dealt with it enough times. Even when I was flying coach all the time, exclusively, I didn't take middle seats. That's platinum. Right. What's the use of frequent flying if an airline or any company is going to just smack you in the face when there's a problem?
Thank you, Kenny, by the way. Invitation here to thank you 15 minutes ago.
I refer to coach as last class.
Last class. Hey, Dave.
Yes, sir.
I got to ask you something. When you guys are in clouds, right, and it's really, really turbulent and bumpy, up there on the flight deck, are you thinking, is it routine for you, or are you just kind of... Are you going like, holy shit, this is kind of a bad one? You're really paying extra attention? Or is it just like, you know, I know my instruments, and like, what's going on up front during that crap when people are really scared in the back?
It depends. I mean, usually it's really not that big of a deal. You hear from other pilots up there on ATC, and so other guys have gone through it, so you have a heads up, like you're not really like a pioneer.
Yeah, like you guys are pretty much following each other, so you know where the bad spots are. But are you like paying extra attention when that windshield is just white? It's just white with fucking clouds. You know that you're not popping out. The deck's at like 800 feet. What are you thinking? Is it like, holy shit? Or are you like, I know the runway's going to pop out in front of me?
Yeah, usually it's not that big of a deal. I mean, we'll go right to minimums. On a Cat 2, you'll go to 100 feet before you have to see the runway.
Really?
Yeah, you're definitely paying attention. There's certain things you have to do to be able to do that. But.
And when you're looking out there, do you have this like weird feeling that something could pop out at any given moment? That's why I would never be able to be a pilot. I'm like, there's got to be a mountain right behind these clouds,
a mountain
or something, or another plane. I would be so freaked out. Like when it's nothing but blue skies, you see the other planes in the air around you. You know.
Yeah, well, the blue sky, I mean, when the blue sky and the sun's out, you got the visors up because it's so bright. But, yeah, terrain and planes are the two biggest things you have to worry about. And there's a thing under called PCAS, and I'll show you what other planes are relative to you. And then we have enhanced chips.
Pull up.
Exactly, yeah.
He'll get that. That's what you don't want to hear.
I'll tell you where the mountains are.
Yeah, you know, I only discovered this recently, the coast-to-coast flights. When you look out the window, you see the planes going the opposite direction.
Yes.
And you notice this too?
What? It's freaky to see them, right?
They come... No, but because you're going how many miles an hour, and they're going...
About 500.
500, and they're going 500 right at you, so basically it's like a plane going 1,000 miles an hour.
You
see these planes just going by like they're missiles. It's the creepiest feeling ever.
You don't realize how fast you're going. So you guys up in the front have like the front view and stuff like that. When you see a plane going by, it is frightening to see another man-made object at that height.
It is so frightening because, like, the perspective is if you were looking at a plane going 1,000 miles an hour is what it comes down to. You see it go, like I said, a missile.
I got scared one time. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Especially the last couple of years, they have a thing called RVSM, Reduced Vertical Separation Minimum. So
it used to be a lot further apart than it is now.
It's only 1,000 feet for planes going the opposite direction.
What?
And
don't even tell us that.
Wait. A vertical separation? You mean height?
Yeah, 1,000 feet.
Okay, 1,000 feet in height. But what is the width? There's an X amount of space.
Yeah. Like if it's the same altitude, you could be 10, 20 miles away.
Okay, so you're at least...
It'll look like, if a plane's 1,000 feet above you, but it's a few miles away, it'll look like it's at your altitude because of the curvature.
Okay, but it's not like they're flying right over you 1,000 feet.
No. Yeah.
That would be scary. That would be frightening, man.
You'll be directly at it. I mean, especially if you're on the same airway with the GPS, they're exactly on your track, so you'll see them coming right at you, and you're looking at your display, and you know they're 1,000 feet above you, and you've talked ATC, you know they're coming, but... It is still pretty cool. They come directly over you right at 1,000 feet.
That's pretty sick.
Hey, one other question, too, Dave. You know when it gets bumpy up there,
right?
Why don't you get on and just say, hey, this is very routine and normal?
Yes.
Because, we had a real bumpy flight coming into Newark yesterday, and the silence was deafening on the plane because everyone was thinking the same shit, like, oh, fuck, what is this all about? Even though they gave us a pre-warning that it's going to be bumpy, but as it's going on, why can't you just go on and calm everyone down? We all love that calming voice you guys have.
I know.
Or are you just are you in the cockpit knowing everyone's freaked out behind you?
Well, I'm not a captain yet. I'm the first officer.
Yeah.
So
I could tell by your voice you aren't the captain.
Right. Yeah, I don't have that. No, I have to go to class for that.
Yeah, you need more gray hairs, my friend.
And a few more voice lessons.
That's right. But, I look at the guy, and I'm thinking, we should make a PA here, and the captain, if he doesn't want to, it's kind of hard to take the initiative. Say, I'm going to talk to the people in the back and calm them down.
Dude, also, it might be the fact that if it is bumpy and you're in the middle of it, just you keying down and opening your mouth for that first split second, people might think, oh, my God, there's a problem. So it's probably best to just shut up and fly the plane.
You know what's weird, man? It was a little bumpy going in yesterday, but I'm not nervous in clouds. Because I expect it to be bumpy and I can't see anything. Like, me and Kenny have had a few flights coming into Newark recently. For some reason, it's just the crosswinds have been awful. And I get nervous, clear air turbulence. Because you're just in the middle of the sky. There's nothing there. And
high altitude, clear air.
Yeah, you get those awful. That the front moves through, it gets really bumpy.
Clouds don't bother me, though. I expect to be bumped around in clouds. And before we took off, I heard the pilot saying to the flight attendants, such and such, about an hour down, you guys be seated. And it's like when they tell you 45 minutes before you're supposed to land to put your seat backs up, you're like, this is not going to be pleasant.
Right. They were bringing everyone straight in at Newark. We didn't make one turn for about 150 miles.
Yeah, they actually go north and we land.
Unbelievable. All right,
thanks,
Dave.
man. Take care.
Thank you.
Take care, guys.
By the way, Philly Tyrant from Philly, of course, he writes, you guys in the front have the front view. Someone punched Jimmy.
No, I mean the front view. I mean we can't see out the pilot's window.
The front view.
That's just funny. Come on.
Look,
I don't think they have much of a perspective of speed looking out the windshield as you do looking out the side.
Well, they have a side, too.
Yeah, but I don't think that makes any difference because you're really not getting any perspective of anything going by fast. Like the clouds.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they see it going by any faster than you do.
Well, I think if you have a front and side, you can see it approaching. I don't know. But I do know this. Like I flew coach most of my life, and I still will on certain flights.
You slum it.
But I want to say, and it's not to be arrogant. But what they have to do in first class is they have to put a curtain up which protects the people from dirty coach eyes. When you're getting on the plane, I don't want you looking at me while I'm reading my paper.
Dirty coach eyes.
I don't want the curtain separating first and coach. I want the aisle to be curtained so you have to walk from the front of the plane into coach without seeing the fancier people.
The best is the look they give you, like, how did he get up here?
I love that. I'm in a Sabbath shirt.
That. Right. I'm in my dopey Amish shirt, and these people are like, how the fuck did he get up here?
Yeah, I like sitting next to it. We sat next to it. There was a guy.
Oh.
And my girlfriend is the worst shit talker ever because her idea of talking about someone behind their back is to go, hey, look, and then point.
Yep.
And there was a guy sitting 2 seats over from us, and he had on a blue jogging pants, and a white long sleeve shirt and a yellow sweater vest.
That sweater vest annoyed me to the point where I was angered.
I said to her, I would have respected him more if he got on the plane nude. It was the worst thing I've ever seen an adult wear, and he had a bad wig on.
Yeah.
He actually turned it over and ate his Cheerios out of it.
He had to sit next to Patrice.
Yeah, exactly. So he paid his price.
Hey, is Happy Typey Girl leaving?
Why?
How did it go today?
Real good.
Why are you leaving?
I have to work sometimes.
Stop it.
Hey,
are you allowed on our show? Is that allowed, or
stop it.
I don't know where your loyalties lie.
Oh, come on, Anthony.
With those other two.
Come on.
We already lost Big A and Stalker Patty to their show. We don't want to lose you, too.
You would never lose me. For some stupid reason, they actually want to hear my voice on their show. I have no idea why.
You're one of 3 girls that listens.
Hey.
But you guys are smart enough to know I have absolutely nothing to say.
Do I see Flea back there?
And where the hell's Bad
Man? You know, he's a douchebag.
Hey, Happy Typey Girl.
Yeah.
You did a great job when they interviewed you.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you saw that?
You know how to talk in sound bites.
Look at the applause.
It was very good.
Yeah, very, very good. And they did another rally today, right? How did it go?
Today went really well. We got interviewed by Fox 5. Hopefully they'll air that. And then we went over to CBS and stood in front as all their executives came into work and told them, please don't listen to Al Sharpton in deciding what to put on your airwaves.
And they went, hurrah, 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 hurrah.
Get out of my way. Hurrah, hurrah.
Pretty much, yeah.
They were trying to get to their first class seats.
As they came out of their limos and stuffed their heads.
Of course.
No comment. Hurrah, 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 hurrah. My God, that's Happy Typing Girl.
And are you guys going to step up this effort, or is that it?
Well,
I know it's tough because most of you guys have jobs. There's a few out there obviously don't have jobs.
It's tough. I mean, getting this many people, and we had more, out in the rain at 6 in the morning.
Yeah,
I mean, forget me. Thank all of them.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yes. Give yourselves Give yourselves AIDS.
We even had girls.
Wow.
Really? Yeah, we had a few other. We have one girl still here, and we had a few others that came out earlier.
Yeah, very nice.
Good for her. Who's the guy with the sunglasses? Who's that guy?
That's not Jimmy.
Wow.
Is that what his nickname is? Not Jimmy?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's true. It's kind of the same hairdo. But aside from that, the face has more structure to it.
It's like if they made a video game character based on Jimmy.
Yes.
But see,
that's what he looks like.
See, at least
not Jimmy.
Jimmy, but at least that's kind of accurate. I got a fat Opie out there that looks nothing like me except for the fact that we almost have the same color hair. Jesus. Wow. And I like Patrick. He's the star of Art of the Topless. We all know that.
Yes.
What up, Kenny?
Why don't we hear from the Token?
Oh, Kenny, that's not
Kenny.
You see, now that's what's going to get us in trouble.
There's a black guy out here who's a fan of the show, and we didn't bring him in because
he looks like Beetlejuice if Beetlejuice had a real head.
I do have feelings.
Hello, sir.
Love you. Love the show.
Thank you.
I bet Fox just was running over to you to get a comment.
I didn't go to the rally. I just did the walkover.
I don't blame you. You can't be seeing you can't be. You got to go back to the community. You can't be seen at the O&A rally. I don't blame him.
That's true.
I don't want to ruin my street cred.
Yeah, you can't just show up. Opie and Anthony. He's probably going to down talk us. Go to the barbershop, get some information, and bring it back. Work some recon for us, please.
That's really good, Jimmy.
Help us out.
Hey, so this is what these guys did last week. We were flying when this hit the news, but Happy Typing Girl, she knows how to speak in sound bites.
Yeah.
And also, who's the black dude? Who's the black fan?
That's Franklin. The two of us are the spokespeople for the group that we formed that's called People Against Censorship. There's a website, peopleagainstcensorship.com.
It's a website for everything.
Wait, People Against Censorship, is that PAC?
Yeah.
Cool. With no K.
All right.
Okay.
Here's the news report.
It should be this. Hold on. It should be People Against Censorship, Kikes. Because that way it's P-A-C-K.
Just to round off the name, yeah.
Here it is.
Maybe this first round with Imus will get us ready for a fight that will say that we do not have to denigrate, be misogynist and racist to be creative or to be commercial in this country.
But protesters who showed up at the Today Show this morning, egged on by shock jocks Opie and Anthony, were angry about the firing, calling it censorship.
Everybody across the country is talking about how offended they are by what Imus said. And I'll tell you what I find offensive is not what Imus said. What I find offensive is censorship.
The media is presenting Al Sharpton as a representative for the entire black race. And I'm sure that I'm not the only black man in America that feels that Al Sharpton does not represent him or his point of views.
So for now, Imus is off the air, his 30-year career in radio done. But if history is any guide, the outrage will fade, some radio company will probably give him another chance, and the advertisers will return. And Don Imus will have another shot at offending somebody else.
Somebody else.
Yes. Somebody else.
Offending somebody else, as he should.
I gotta say, they may look a little strange, but I'm damn proud of these guys for,
it was great. Good for them.
Protesting, especially today in the pouring rain here in New York City.
I wish you would have said, you know what offends me? Clothing, and removed it.
Actually, I'm sure I'll get in trouble if I don't give credit to the person who told me to have some sound bites prepared in advance, and that's your brother. Elmo told me that.
Elmo. Very good.
He's right.
That's how you got to talk.
You have to be careful what you say, because if you say something that could be a soundbite, like you can't say, hey, look, it's not like I'm standing here saying, I'm Jim Norton and I'm gay.
Right.
Because they take out the beginning part and they just leave that part.
Just like they will on this show.
No, they won't.
I want that clip.
No, they won't. You know why they won't? Because it'll make me look stupid, and that's not what we're about here.
Oh.
Hey, by the way, Club Soda Kenny's announcement from the Vegas show.
Oh,
you want to hear this?
Yeah, please.
All right, bear with us. We're about to go on stage. All right, we're going to give up these mics, grab the other ones, and they'll be able to hear us.
All right, cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's give a warm Las Vegas welcome to my friends, the stars of the show, Opie and Anthony.
Wait, where?
Oh, Kenny lost his voice.
No. Where's his announcement from the beginning of the show where he talked more? Kenny, when he opened the show, had to talk. He goes, welcome to Hard Rock Casino, proudly. He always talks like he's an employee. I don't know how he always sounds like he's been working there for 20 years and he's so happy he came into town.
All right, I don't know.
But that's what we got to get, the opening announcement. We have to have... No.
Jenny, Vince.
Well, hold on.
What happened?
We taped that whole thing, right?
No.
Not your... well, maybe...
Pete's got the audio and the video.
Oh, Pete's got the only copy. Tell me we need that one.
Yeah, we don't have that on the air.
I'll call Pete.
We're only putting on just a couple little things
I'll call
on the
him
air.
just for that.
Legal won't allow it.
Well, no, I mean, the comedian's got to, sign off on everything.
Yeah, fuck them.
Language.
We would love to do one of these shows where a bunch of the comedians, maybe the last show of the tour, where they say, yes, broadcast my set on XM.
Well, you can broadcast part of it. I mean, there's certain things
we got to figure that out.
Because I need them for shock value.
Every fifth word.
But how
about that? Pop the mic up.
Farts.
But when we know that the tour is over and that's it, the last date should be broadcast here and there. Somebody should say yes to their set being broadcast on XM.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd be cool. We got Jenny and Vince. What's up?
Hi. We wanted to play Sexiest State.
You guys want to hear Sexiest State?
Wow, we haven't gotten one of these in a while.
Sexiest State?
Do they remember what it is?
Yes.
Of course they do.
It's like Wonderama.
Jenny, what do you look like?
Like half-assed applauds.
I know. Where's Bob McAllister when you need him? A walkadoo? What's that mean?
Touch a child
the sound of child.
In its bunghole.
That's exactly why did I think that we were going to go to the same place.
Of course. A child's ass.
We clinked heads at the same watering hole.
Jenny. Jenny.
Yes.
You and Vince are calling from D.C. What do you look like?
Blonde and I have blue eyes, and 5'3" and about 110.
All right. Good, very good. It's nice. What size bosom?
Probably full B.
Full B, nice. She fits her size, So. Very good, very
nice, Opie.
I haven't said anything.
How old a gal are you?
How old? 24.
All right, 24.
And who's Vince?
He's my ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend? Now, why would you and your ex-boyfriend want to play Sexiest State?
You took off work? We decided to take off work, and we're just drinking mimosas, and we thought...
So you still have sex with your ex?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Is the sex...
he's just better at it than my new boyfriend.
Oh,
wait, you got a new boyfriend, too?
Well,
You have a new boyfriend, but you're still having sex with the ex. Where's your new boyfriend working?
Yeah.
Oh, he's at work. You and are you? Do you and your new boyfriend live together?
Yeah.
And are you doing it at your house?
What a
whore. Are you doing it at your house?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Do you use your bed?
The road the other weekend.
What happened?
We went out to dinner, and then on the way home we started feeling, so we just pulled over and had sex on the side.
Wait a minute, hold on. How long did you date Vince for?
I guess 6 or 7 months.
Now, how long are you with this new guy?
7 months, I think.
Okay, you live with him already?
Well, that's how I met him. He's my roommate.
Roomie.
Oh, okay, so you're dating...
your boyfriend is your roommate.
And you're banging your ex-boyfriend. What's wrong with the way your new guy fucks?
He's just not as attractive or big.
His dick?
She wants a big dick.
All right, fair enough.
You like the big cock.
I'll be home in a little while. Oh, I thought this was my girlfriend.
Oh, shit. So why not the obvious question? Why don't you just go back out with Vince?
He has commitment issues.
Oh, dude. That wasn't a denial.
It's fine. Just having sex is fine.
He's committed to putting his cock in you,
Yes.
though. That seems to be a...
So wait, does your new boyfriend have a small dick, or is it just average?
It's average, but he's not as good looking.
So why are you dating him?
Why not?
Just some kind of...
why are you dating him? That's a good question.
Security thing.
There's got to be a reason.
Well, girls gotta eat.
Yeah, girls gotta eat.
I'm telling you something.
Vince's cock, apparently.
Women do start to look for security and stuff like that. Like they settle on you because you're like, all right, he's not as good looking or his dick's not as big, but you know what? He has a good job and he does this, he does that. Women start to look for other criteria and they let themselves or make themselves fall in love with you. Are you in love with your new boyfriend?
No.
Okay.
Oh, look at that.
So you got to move on, right?
I will.
Eventually. All right. We're getting her depressed. She wants to have sex for everybody.
So where are you right now? At your house?
No, his house.
At Vince's?
And what was the
Vince's
excuse
bachelor pad?
What was the excuse for you leaving your house today?
I didn't hear you.
How did you get out of your house? Like, won't your boyfriend know that you went out today, or what did you say you did?
I slept here last night.
You what? You slept
He's not
here?
a very controlling boyfriend.
How dumb is this guy?
Where'd you say?
I'm going to be at Vince's house. All right, well, take care and just wipe it out before you get home.
Where did you say you were?
Holy.
Thing is, I'm just much cuter than he is, so he kind of lets me have the upper hand.
Really? Are you kidding? Are you serious?
I'm serious.
Did you say something, though? Like, I'm going somewhere else? Did you lie?
I'm going out.
Oh, you just said you're going out? Now, does he ask you, hey, where were you all night?
Well, I just said I was with my friend Heidi.
She got the girlfriend cover.
See, man, that's the problem. This is what this poor guy you're dating is trying to do. He's trying to give you freedom and be trusting because he doesn't want to try to be controlling. And this is why you cannot trust. This is why. They always the women lie. Oh, the looks don't matter. I don't care about a bigger dick. Shut up. Yes, you do.
This is reinforcing every Jimmy nightmare right now.
But it's the truth. My nightmares were true.
At the beginning of this phone call, Jimmy put on his coat. He wanted to leave the show. I saw that.
My girlfriend's at my house right now, but she knows what time to get off the air. That's why I want to get off early today. I always put the key in the door quietly. Like I'm opening. I don't think she'll be fucking somebody, but I want to catch her in that chat.
Let me tell you something. There is no worse job to have if you have a cheating girlfriend than radio host. They fucking know where you are.
No,
at all times. They could listen to you talking.
No, she's not listening to XM. A, she's sleeping because she's drug out. And she's I like her. I don't care.
She's sleeping.
Yeah, she's fucking. And I don't have XM hooked up in my apartment.
Well, maybe the guy she's fucking has it.
Oh, that's a good point.
that's all it takes.
Yes, but it will be on a hip-hop station because he's African-American.
I say for Jimmy's sake, we do a pre-recorded show one day.
That's right.
Oh,
and then you can do all the checking you want.
And
Jimmy.
everyone can sneak home.
And sneak home.
I'll pretend I'm in Cleveland. It'd be funny if we found all three of our girls in a room naked.
Hey, what are you doing?
And Black Earl in the middle of it. Here's what I want to do. Let's do that. Let's do the thing where we go, wow, it's good to be in Cleveland. And then I'll sneak home and fucking catch her. And I'll walk in at the right time. I always think I'm going to open the door quietly and hear her going, and your big cock tomorrow. Like I'll catch the incriminating words.
All right, you guys want to hear Jenny and Vince or what?
Yes.
Yeah, all right. Are you naked?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how do you start out your sexploit? Do you go down on them? Do you just get right to fucking? What's going to happen here?
I can go down on it if you want.
Let me ask you a question. Jenny?
Yeah.
Do you ever do this? Here's what you got to do. If you really want to stick it to your new boyfriend, you got to be quiet. But you call him while you're licking Vince's cock. Or you call him and you talk to him while Vince is fucking you real slow and real deep. That's really
that would be rough.
Dirty,
Hold on, Jimmy's on to something.
That's fucking
While
dirty.
there's penetration, could you make a phone call to your boyfriend?
Don't blow the relationship.
No, don't blow the relationship. Don't like be moaning and stuff, but just have just a casual conversation while it's happening.
And don't put him on the air. We don't want to talk to him. You talk to him.
You just pick up your cell phone in the middle of the sex and just have a normal conversation with him.
Or you call real quick and you say, because this engaged girl used to blow me, and I would make her grab my cock with the engagement ring fucking hand and look at her ring while she sucked my cock.
Oh,
yeah, it was fucking dirty. Her fucking drool and my pre-cum all over the ring. Yeah, there you go, stupid. That's what you get for committing to that fucking... So why don't you fucking...
Yeah, can you call her?
But ask a quick question.
Call him, Jenny?
Yeah, ask a quick question. Like, hey, whatever your name is, I just wanted to ask you, do you want me to bring home sirloin tonight? Or a real quick, whatever kind of question you'd call him for.
Jenny, you would make our show today. In the middle of having sex, we don't want the sex, him to hear the sex sounds. Just have a conversation with your current boyfriend.
Just a quick call.
We don't want you to like, I'll be home soon or whatever.
Yeah, I can't come. Look, I'll be back in a bit while you're working to pay the bills. I'm fucking someone with a larger penis. No disrespect.
I actually make more than he does.
Really? What do you do?
I'm an editor.
Okay.
All right. So what do you say? I think we could talk her into this.
I think it'd be sexy. I think it's fucking sexy and dirty. One of the things you like about your ex is that he's your ex, and you like the fact that he gives you a good deep fuck and then sends you home to your lame boyfriend.
Jenny, the instant feedback going nuts. Everybody wants to hear you talk to your new boyfriend as
while you're fucking. It's hot.
Having sex with your
I've done it. I'll do it.
Yeah,
all right. She'll do it. All right.
We won't blow it.
So now we don't need you to go down the guy. We need him to start doing what he's going to do, and then you make a quick phone call.
Or slapping his cock on your face, or licking it, or just like licking his cock while you're talking to the new boyfriend.
Because the brilliance of this is the whole radio audience is going to know what's going on. He has no clue.
He'll be in the dark,
and then you hang up whenever
you
feel like you can't keep it going anymore, and then you get into the serious action.
Yeah,
that's what we want to hear today.
Okay, well, let me get my phone. Hold on.
All right, and then get to fucking.
It's hot, man. That is fucking sexy. Girls
hey
like
guys,
that.
This is Vince, man. She's getting her phone.
How you doing, my new hero?
Oh, that's right, the guy.
I love Vince.
Great. Here's the guy with the big cock.
Vince, how big's that cock, Vince?
How big a boy are you, Vince?
Come on, it's not that big.
Well, okay, he might be lame.
Thinks it is.
How big is how big?
Nice. I just know how to use it well, you know.
Okay.
Ah, see that?
Vince is a good leg. Good for him.
No, seriously.
Vince is a cocksman.
Size, but I guess it's just the way I do things. Downstairs, I don't know. She's walking around naked. You guys should see her. Holy shit.
And the bottom line is, too, women like stuff like, because it's really dirty to do that. She wants to call her new boyfriend because it's sexy to be fucking her ex and talking to her new boyfriend. It's dirty.
Do you know the new boyfriend there, Vince? You met him?
Yeah, dude. It's her roommate. So like we hung out before. We've we've gone to like sports. We went to a football game one time.
Oh man.
I was pissed when I first found out about it, but now I'm like whatever.
So do you talk to him and shit, and you gotta like think, holy shit.
No, I'm not his friend or nothing like that. I mean,
no.
But,
I don't fault Vince because Vince is just banging his ex. Like,
Vince don't care.
Hey Vince, let me ask you a question. The new boyfriend, does he know that you and her are still friends?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, because like he came home one night and I was over at her house, and I don't know what happened. She told me he just left. So I think he knows. There's probably something going on. But whatever Jenny's saying, hey,
just don't keep doing it.
Yeah, he said just don't keep doing it. Is that what he said?
That's good. Wow, is this guy up?
Deserves it.
Vince,
he's a cuckold.
Let's get to some action here and have Jenny make the phone call to the new boyfriend.
Jenny, I bet you Jenny makes him clean her pussy when she comes home too. I bet you she fucking cream pies him. He lays on his back. He lays on his back, and Jenny dumps fucking 3 generations of Vince right in his mouth. She drops her box on his mouth, and fucking Boston creams him. Take that, new fella.
All right, let's get into the action here. So what's going on, guys? Jenny, Vince, what's going on?
I have a stick in my mouth now.
All right, let's hear a little of that.
She can't hear me right now. Instant feedback. I'm waiting for Norton's cell phone to ring in the middle of this bit. With his girlfriend on the other line. All right. They're going to be able to hear us now. Oh, very good. Jenny, sounds good so far. What's going on now? All right, we know what's
I'm busy.
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
Let us Dick.
All right, she can't hear me again. So feedback's hilarious. Sewer trout. Right now, every guy who is currently engaged is nervously staring at their phone.
Right, he's playing with me. Oh, my pussy. Oh. Put it. Put it in.
That's my phone.
Hi, Jimmy. It's me. It's Anthony.
If it really was you fucking her, it would be hot.
I just called Jimmy.
Hi. Let's just talk on the phone.
All right, Jenny, I think it's time to call your current boyfriend as this continues.
But don't moan. Just be real quiet while he's got his fucking dick deep in you. While he's giving you a good deep dicking.
Let him slow stroke you.
Yeah.
While you call up.
Let him do some California long stroking.
Long stroking.
Or if he grabs your hips and buries his cock in you, just pull it out like an eighth of an inch and just keep burying it like that, like a real deep fucking thrust.
Okay.
All right.
Just don't get those pussy farts. It'll give you away.
All right, she's
calling up the boyfriend.
All right, she's calling up the boyfriend.
Okay.
She's calling right now.
Hey, what's up? I just wanted to know what you want me to make for dinner later.
Can you guys hear this?
Oh, yeah.
How about some cunt soup?
I hung up.
She hung up.
Poor guy.
All right, wait. Call him back, because that was good.
Oh, no.
What? Just say something happened with the phone.
Yeah.
That was really... We just needed...
Hold on.
Say Vince's cock hit the pound sign.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Hey, Vince.
No.
All right.
We'll be quiet. I promise. I was just kidding.
Yeah, we'll be quiet.
I was kidding.
Yep. You? All right, she's going to call him back. Hold on.
Okay.
Hey, sorry. I feel better. Yeah, it's gonna... I wanted to know what you wanted me to make for dinner. Yeah, would you bring home some red wine? Okay. No, nothing's wrong. No, I feel okay. I don't know. So, my head hurts. Heidi's good. She says hi. She says hi. No, I'm sorry. Nothing. It's well, she has a new place. So I just went to see her place, and then we were drinking. So I just ended up staying. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. Okay. Well, I gotta go. All right. Get red wine.
She's out.
Red wine. A good thing you didn't say we bring home some Alfredo sauce.
The voice of a cheater.
Oh, I feel awful.
You feel awful?
Wait, because we need the visual. What was going on during that phone call?
I was kind of leaned over the bed and he was fucking me from behind.
Oh, shit. Nice. Oh, is that awful? What was
she was on her stomach on the bed, and I was like on top of her, and I was whispering shit into her ear. I'm like, yeah. Tell him you're at Heidi's, yeah.
And what was he? Because obviously he said something about your giggling and stuff. What did he ask you why you were laughing? And then,
Like, are you okay? Because I stayed home from work because I don't feel well.
yeah. But then you said, I don't know. I went over her house and we've been drinking or something.
Well, there was drinking involved.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because you're like, you were making noises that usually aren't made when you make a phone call.
Yeah.
You're like, ugh.
That was the best part.
Where Vince buried it.
Ignored that.
All right. Is it time for them to go all out now?
I hope so. That was pretty hot.
Yeah, okay, you two. Just let her rip. We'll listen in and see if you can win Sexiest State.
Okay.
What state?
Make her tell Vince to make you come real good.
Yeah. Make her come.
Make her come real good.
Hey, right on, man.
Please, no one, you know it's fraudulent. Whenever there's a woman coming and my name gets thrown out, you know it's a candid camera sketch.
Hey, there you go. Jenny and Vince from D.C.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jenny and Vince. That's all right.
You win. Technically, you win sexiest, not a state. Get it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's a woman coming and my name is thrown out, you know it's a candid camera.
Oh, they are turning off the radio.
Yeah.
Hey, guys.
Bye, guys. Oh.
All right, I guess they're gone. All right.
That was damn good.
Let's say hi to John in Jersey. John, what's up?
Oh, hey, guys. That was incredibly hot, and it was so funny when she was calling the boyfriend, but most of the on-air listeners are not the boyfriend. Most of us are not Vince. We're the boyfriend.
Oh, yeah,
so
believe me, we know.
In my stomach.
Yeah, so was I.
Terrible.
It bugs you?
Yeah,
it's funny. It was hot, but I'm like, I want to call my wife now. She's at home. The kids are at my mother's house.
Look at what happened. It made everybody like, hey, where the fuck?
Hey, look, the bottom line is this: so many women fucking cheat, and I know a lot of men do too. I'm not saying they don't, but it's amazing how many women do. You would be amazed. You think you know your girl. That's why I don't trust my girl. I told her that. She said, well, I don't cheat on. I'm like, every guy thinks they know their woman. No guy thinks, yeah, she's fucking someone else right now, or you'd be there.
Yeah.
Stop it. Is it that brazen, though? I mean, oh, God. It's too much.
To call the boyfriend.
Boyfriend deserves it, though. He's a sucker. He's like, just quit doing it. Oh, you stupid cuckold.
Yeah.
Why don't you lick his cock clean when he's done like a kitten? Idiot.
Can she check in tomorrow? I want to find out if he brings the wine home.
Yeah, let's get an update from Jenny tomorrow. I'm sure they're listening to us right now. Call us tomorrow, Jenny. Tell us what happened. Thanks, John.
The wine.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, the wine. Try the wine. Very badly raped by Vince C.
Let's say hi to Tom in Tennessee.
Morning, boys. What's going on?
What's up, Tom?
Very nice show. Very rock hard. Hey, I was just wondering, Jimmy, are you going to take them with you?
Who?
The couple that just had the Secretary of State.
Take them where?
Where?
To Nashville at Zany's, May 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Oh, no.
That plug was so awful, I may cancel those gigs. Thank you, sir.
Taco Bell Doug, what's up?
Hey, boys. Love you. Love the show.
Evening.
Thanks.
I would like to say I was walking across the University of Tennessee campus to my car with half a boner listening to that, and I'd like to thank you for it.
Half a boner.
Cool.
There you go.
What happened to the other half?
God, we're going to call it in today. Now we got a bit people are going to be talking about for a while. Hey, we'll take a break. We'll do one other thing. Disturbia was #1 at the box office. Pretty much who cares? But we have Steve C versus Disturbia. Well, you haven't played this yet. There's some lines in the Disturbia trailer that are a lot like the Steve lines.
I heard one last night. Oh, goddamn, what movie was it? Shit, because now I got to remember and get it. It's What Are You Doing in My House?
That might be it.
No, but it was from a whole different movie.
Oh, really? Well, Disturbia has that line.
Popular line.
So we took the line out of the trailer and put Steve's version in there.
Good.
It's kind of funny, and we'll also do Line of the Day. Stay there.
Opie and Anthony. It's like radio on steroids.
With extra small testicles. I have little balls.
Hey, we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. Hi. Let's say hi to Keith in the Bronx. Keith, what's up?
How you doing?
What's up, man?
We got a DirecTV over here. They gave from these little apartments. They gave everybody DirecTV, and I just started hearing your show, and it's great. And I had all for a week because of Easter, and I got to hear it. But now I'm going back to school. I ain't gonna hear shit. And
damn!
You got to get the XM, my friend.
We had you for a week. That's it.
We can't hear. We can't afford XM. But I used to listen to Stern back when he was on regular radio, and then he went to satellite, and I was done. And then I heard you guys were coming. I researched it with the Sex for Sam and all that. I thought that was great. It was funny.
Hey, where do you go to school?
Mount St. Michael.
Where's that?
It's on the border between Mount Vernon and the Bronx.
Oh, you could get us on Free FM.
92.3.
You could get at least,
I get about, half an hour with commercials and everything from 6 to, that's about it.
Or you could try XM Online. That's kind of cheap, right?
Can't send the guy an Inno or something?
Yeah, I'll try. But I just want to, say thanks for everything because it was a great week listening to you guys. You guys did a great show.
Is there anything we can do for this guy? He's a new listener. He wants to listen, but he doesn't have a way. What?
You send him a radio.
Send him a
goddamn radio.
But tell Don to give him a free, subscription for a few months. Get him hooked. Give him a little crack.
That's it. That's how you do things in the Bronx.
Give him a little crack.
You give him a little for free, turn his friends onto it.
Yeah.
I'll put him on hold.
All right. Oh, boy. I don't know what to tell you guys. Vince from Jamaica Station. You guys suck. Hoo-hoo, Howard rules.
Oh, boy.
Well, he put hoo-hoo.
Well, that ruined the whole show now for the day. Now we just got to leave.
Let's go to Crotch Critter in Texas. Crotch Critter.
Hey, I love you guys, man, to death. I swear to God. But having her call her boyfriend, that was bullshit. I'm driving down the road, and all of a sudden, as soon as she called, made the phone call, my wife called me to sit there and ask me when I was coming home, and I about had a fucking heart attack.
That's bad, man. You don't want to hear your phone ring.
We all start staring at our phones like, fuck. That's really funny. All right, sir. Thank you.
About had a heart attack.
Oh, he left. He knew when to punch out everything. Perfect call. Let's go to Steve in South Carolina. Steve.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey, Steve.
You guys doing all right?
Yes, hey, man.
Very
important. Yeah, I'm on my way down to South Carolina. I'm driving on 81 South, following a guy with a WOW sticker when that bitch was on.
Yeah.
Threw a tissue out the window. It stuck to my freaking windshield. Thanks a lot. Man, that's nasty.
Off.
All right, thank you.
Oh, that's a road patch, I guess you call it.
What do you use this for? Jerking off?
What's going on out there?
That's crazy. Hey, check it out. See you guys. Bye.
What happened?
The great refrigerator controversy.
What happened?
What happened? What's going on?
Well, apparently, the refrigerator was full of ice and needed to be defrosted. The door wouldn't shut. So they unplugged it and was waiting for it to defrost when I hear Poe came up and said, "The refrigerator's broken." And E-Rock said, "No, it isn't. We're just defrosting it." He goes, "No, it's broken." I guess Poe would try to rush along the defrosting process with a hammer. And Poe...
That's the Poe, everyone.
Wow. Poe, what... here he comes. Who could forget the wonderful music from the Karate Kid as Daniel-san kicks ass. I think we ought to get Sweep the Leg Johnny as a little follow-up to that.
Nice,
tune.
yeah.
But, Poe, what happened to the fridge?
Well, guys, I didn't want anyone to slip and fall.
It was a safety issue.
Yes.
Okay.
The refrigerator was left in the back to defrost. And when the water supposedly was going to go on the floor, someone said that they didn't care if the room was flooded with water.
Who said that? Wait a minute. Who said that? That's not safety consciousness.
Well, you know, I don't rat.
E-Rock. Because E-Rock comes running in.
Why doesn't he care? Is it because he's too fat to slip? No, because
I love when E-Rock defends himself, by the way. This is one of my
never happens.
No, he does. He does a good job when you push him too far. Go ahead, E-Rock.
Because had we let it defrost, it's in the back office where not a lot of people are all the time. We could deal with the water. We'd still have a working fridge.
So Tony is not important. Ron and Fez is not important?
Not really.
Ron and Fez rarely go in there. The interns can keep an eye on it and just keep paper towels or towels down there to make sure it defrosts.
Right, but they really didn't know what to do. There was no direction. There was no one point. Okay, this is what you do. This is your next step. This is your next step. They were coming to me and they were asking me
for defrosting a fridge, Poe.
Really?
No.
Okay, so what do you do?
I told Bon Jovi he had it covered. I don't know where you came into the picture with this.
But he was too busy recording his
Bon Jovi,
so he couldn't help you out.
Not that Bon Jovi.
Here comes Bon Jovi.
All right, Bon Jovi.
What would you have done without direction?
Without directions, what would you feel needed to be done to defrost that fridge?
I didn't want to start chiseling at it because I didn't want to break anything.
All right.
But I was just doing...
Oh, Jesus.
I was just...
Hold on a second. Hold on, Nick nervous.
That was hysterical. He goes to do a hand gesture and smacks the mic.
Yeah, what a fucking nervous Nelly.
Are you this bad on Ron and Fez? You usually seem pretty together.
He's on Ron.
I'm not on Ron and Fez.
You're never on Ron and Fez? I hear him talk about
someone that's not on Ron and Fez.
I hear him talk about you, though, sometimes.
Oh, no, I've never been on Ron and Fez.
No? Wow, that's odd.
Might be another
What show am I listening to?
Fez is queer for you.
Maybe. Oh, Jesus. All right, so continue. What's your protocol for...
I was asking Poe what to do with some of the garbage that was in there. And so he asked me what the situation was. I told him about the ice. And he knelt down and started chiseling at it. And hit something on the side, and just white smoke blew out of the refrigerator.
The Freon line, or refrigerant as they call it now, since Freon is not available to use in the States. A little tidbit of information during this disaster. Poe, what happened?
So Bon Jovi, what exactly did Eric tell you?
Ooh,
how did he approach this? What did he say to you?
He said to put a paper towel down and just let it defrost.
Okay, you didn't tell me that.
How is Poe getting off the hook? He destroyed the refrigerator in the end.
What would you do if a woman was having labor pains? Just hit her in the fucking belly with a sledgehammer?
And then go, look, she lost it.
Nope, it's working.
No. I thought the same thing. They took the studio mic. It's not out there anymore. That's why.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I had a line I thought should have got something. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I realized, okay.
No, we have to take our studio audience mic whenever we need another person.
Yeah, but there's also 11 people in here that it gave a 0.
Well, good
so I figured that would be indicative of the 0 it got out there.
Now they're clapping and laughing, but you can't hear it on the radio, see?
I can hear that, though, and I heard nothing like it during that last line.
I want to hear why E-Rock didn't get, maybe put a sign there that said... that
I'm not good.
Because you're not good?
I'm not good.
No, because you're not good. Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
No, at the beginning of all of this, it was Bon Jovi's suggestion he wanted to chisel some of the ice away. And I had told him, I said, don't do that because something's going to break. We need to thaw this out. Then I told him about unplugging it, thawing it out, taking care of everything else, and then somebody went to chisel it anyway.
Oh, what made you start chiseling?
Yes.
Well, first of all, I was in my office, not bothering anyone, minding my own business, when Bon Jovi happens to come into my office and says,
You weren't in your office.
Eric...
Oh.
You were actually over there. I'm just saying. You were over there.
Oh, okay, so I was doing paperwork.
Way to humiliate him for being stupid. Go ahead, sorry about that.
Anyway, you came to me and you asked me, what should you do?
Right.
Because Eric didn't tell you anything. You didn't say anything about paper towel. You did not say anything about paper towel.
Eric told me to let it defrost. I didn't say Eric didn't tell me anything.
Okay.
And to let it defrost.
To let it defrost and let the water fall on the floor. And then what would happen is, again, I look always in advance for the possibility of a dangerous situation. The place would have been flooded. Someone would have came in, slipped and fell on the floor and hurt themselves.
Okay. So you decided you'd chisel. Now,
it's quicker.
Regardless of why, how, who this all happened, what made you chisel where there was stuff to hit, like machinery?
Well, the ice was so bad. The whole thing was filled with ice. So I was trying to be diligent and try to take the ice out as best as I could. However, I missed.
Why did you should have done?
I missed.
And why not just start a fire in the office?
Yeah. I'm sure that's safer than just a little slippery floor, by the way.
Now there's like toxic air in there from the white smoke.
Call it whatever you want. I still call it Freon, and there's a Freon cloud that is the listeners are enjoying out there. That's a lot more dangerous than a slippery floor.
That little shitty fridge, how much water could have dripped out of it? It wasn't like it was a fucking boxcar. It was a little fridge.
Didn't you start chiseling in the middle, though, like where the middle of the freezer was, so that it couldn't break the pipes?
Yes, I did.
How did the pipe break?
It was very difficult to see the sides. There was ice everywhere. There was ice inside. There was ice on the sides. It was pretty bad.
Right.
2 months ago, I told Dave to make sure that it gets thawed out, and he didn't do that.
Does that fridge smell too? Does it smell? It's dirty.
I don't smell it.
Is it gross?
Where is it going to be disposed of now?
Downstairs.
A dirty fridge.
You got to take the door off a refrigerator.
Yes, I do.
That's
Some
right.
child might lock himself in there.
Absolutely.
Just throw it out the window.
Why? That'd be great. Oh, would that be great?
Just do an Animal House. Just toss it.
Not even look.
Why are fridges open from the inside?
I don't know.
Why isn't it like a thing? Oh, because I figure if you're a kid, you won't know how to use it.
Well, they do now.
Boy, this is some intriguing radio. I think we should move on to something else.
All right. Thank you, Poe.
Thank you, guys.
Johnny.
Oh, my back is...
Johnny.
Sweep the leg.
Johnny.
Yeah, there he goes. His new theme.
My back itches.
What?
I have a rash.
Yeah,
Sam, scratch his back.
No, I don't.
Sam, scratch his back.
Sam was late today.
Through the shirt because you were late.
My girlfriend she was calling me rash back.
With his big thumb and fingers.
I don't like being called rash back. It hurts my feelings.
Yeah, you're mean.
Disturbia, #1 at the box office. We fucked around with the trailer. Here's the original.
When you're cut off from the world around you,
I am sentencing you to 3 months house arrest.
You wonder what's happening outside.
Are you spying on the neighbors?
No. There's something seriously messed up here.
This is not a cute little game anymore.
I saw a body in his garage.
On April 13th, one look.
What are you doing in my house?
You're not the only one who's watching.
Is all it takes. Disturbia, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Starts April 13th.
All right, I hear that Steve line.
When you're cut off from the world around you,
I am sentencing you to 3 months house arrest.
You wonder what's happening outside.
Are you spying on the neighbors?
No. There's something seriously messed up here.
This is not a cute little game anymore.
I saw a body in his garage.
On April 13th, one look.
What are you doing in my house?
You're not the only one who's watching.
Is all it takes. Disturbia, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Starts April 13th.
That's a quickie. That's pretty funny.
Stupid Steve.
What are you doing in my house? Why is Eric from Kansas City calling me cheap? A cheap bastard. I'm known for a lot of things, sir. Eric?
Anthony's a big spender, young man.
Eric, sir?
Yeah.
Why am I a cheap bastard?
Because you won't buy him a freaking refrigerator that defrosts itself.
I didn't buy the refrigerator.
Well, somebody needs to.
Why all of a sudden did I become refrigerator fucking buy guy?
Well, listen, I got other complaints
so
about
eloquent.
you anyway, so.
What are your other complaints, sir? Let's get to it. Let's get to the chase.
Okay.
I heard about this really cool video about this guy tearing up a Vista DVD because it wouldn't load up on his computer, and he was mad at Microsoft.
Right.
I go to Foundry Music so I can whack off on some of the porn there.
Yeah.
Right.
I use a Linux operating system. It won't let me look at the porn site because I use the wrong operating system. You got to use Windows to look at the porn site.
No one uses Linux. There's you and 4 guys.
Oh,
Or
Jesus
geeks.
Christ. There's a lot of people that use Linux.
I know. Sorry, I didn't think it was 4.
Well, you're a hypocritical bastard. That's all I want to
Perhaps
say.
a few more than that.
All right, Eric.
Joking,
Thank you.
Eric.
Bye.
Goodbye. Linux. Who uses Linux?
Buying the goddamn refrigerator.
We were going to leave like a long time ago.
Asshead.
But we felt like we had to do something because all these people showed up.
Yeah, fuck him. I'm going to go home and catch my girlfriend being deep-dicked by somebody. I'm going to walk in while she's got her fucking face. She'll probably be looking right at my Sabbath poster with a cock bouncing off her cheek.
You want to do Harriet Cole and then we'll get out of here?
Yeah, we'll do a little Harriet
Anthony
Cole.
found this little thing in the paper today.
Just a little more of where we're headed in this world. This is the Sense and Sensitivity segment of one of the fucking rag newspapers.
Ew.
With Harriet Cole. She's a lovely African-American woman. And she does the... it's like an advice column, like an Ann Landers thing, but it's for Sense and Sensitivity. And this Rick from Hampton, Virginia writes, Dear Harriet, during the downtime at my job, my coworkers and I always joke around. As we begin to loosen up and laugh, a racial joke always seems to be made. My natural reaction is to join in with the laughter, but it's not always comfortable. When situations like this come up, how can I be diplomatic in diffusing the tension? I love that, how it says, in my downtime, my coworkers and I always joke around. That must be a fun fucking place with the likes of you in there.
I know.
Rick.
Make a racial joke, all of a sudden Rick clams up.
Yeah, clams up, gets all nervous and sweaty. Well, she replies, this is great, and this would go over fantastic. Think of yourself, think of you at work. You're at your job, you're bullshitting with your friends, maybe in the lunchroom or something, and someone cracks a little racial joke. You're all laughing, and then Rick from Hampton, Virginia, throws this bit of advice in he gets from Harriet. Dear Rick, in a joking manner, you can speak up and say, quote, hey, that's not funny. I like joking around as much as the next person, but not when it's talking about somebody's race. Let's change the subject. Could you imagine the ragging you'd get? It would stop everyone dead in their tracks. They'd all look at you and say, shut the fuck up.
The only time that would be funny is if it was like, if he actually said that, if he said, hey, that's not funny. I'm not joking as much as the next person. Harriet stinks.
That is advice you don't give to somebody on this planet.
Where does he word it? Nerd Incorporated? What a douche this kid is.
I really feel uncomfortable. Try that at work, even as a goof, and see how everyone will shun you.
How do you say that in a joking way? Hey, that's not funny. I like joking around as much as the next person. Apparently not, because the next person just made a racial joke.
Laughing.
Yeah, and you didn't like it. You know?
Bravo.
The next person.
Let's move on to another subject, like defrosting the fridge. Oh, man, that is the worst piece of advice ever.
It stinks.
By the way, whenever you say you like doing something as much as the next person,
you don't.
You don't.
Exactly.
You don't.
Hey, why don't we get out of here?
Yeah.
I like staying late as much as the next person.
Yeah. Could someone have Morpheus put the hammer down and have him get my truck?
I know. Fucking John Henry out there.
Yeah. Try not to start it with an anvil.
Oh, these guys got to come back tomorrow, man. They got to come back tomorrow. Gave us some good energy today.
Yeah, I tried to change the radio station with a wrench, Anthony. I'm sorry.
All right, your line of the day is brought to you by BowDogFight.com. For all that's happening in the world of mixed martial arts, check out BowDogFight.com.
I'll take down a fridge.
Here's a runner-up line
Mixed
of the day.
martial arts. People against appliances.
Yeah, that's good. Here's a runner-up line of the day.
Hey, is anybody like why can't they do it from indoors? Like when they say it's really raining, are people like, well, I wish they'd show that. I haven't seen it.
I don't believe them.
Who doesn't know what rain looks like?
Yeah.
They're in puddles.
If testicles are falling from the clouds, I'd like to see you standing out with an umbrella as they thud off the top of it. That would be interesting.
The vision, you know something? You hear it, all right. But you think about it a little more, it gets very funny. The ka-plunk sound of testicles hitting an umbrella would be hilarious.
You know what they'd sound like? They'd sound like damp, like those little onions that wind up in your stew.
Yeah, the little ones, they get all soft.
Yeah.
Just picture those raining on top of an umbrella.
With a bloody vein off each one.
And then, how do you avoid stepping on them on the sidewalk?
I know, how do you not open your mouth and catch a few?
Little kids catching them on their tongues.
It's raining balls and veins. I'm not leaving the house.
We interrupt this program to bring you the Ozone Midget sighting of the day.
This is a bit unorthodox.
Oh, what? Like they're yelling out catchphrases
Oh, they
now.
did? All right, I like that.
Christ.
Mark in South Carolina, what's up?
Hey, sir.
Hey, sir.
I had an Ozone Midget sighting this weekend there.
What happened?
I was up in the titty bar with some buddies of mine, and we was looking at the women, and we ordered some drinks, and I was staring at the girl on the stage, and all of a sudden one of my buddies started, hitting me with his elbow and told me to look over to the left there, and I saw a tray full of beer floating in the air. And as we got closer, it was this chick that was about 3 feet tall that, had her hair pulled back, and she was holding the tray above her head there, and she didn't look too bad except the little bow legs there, as she was walking, but it was
Yeah, she was one of those almost hot midget girls.
Yes.
That's funny. Yeah. I love my favorite midget sightings are when they see things floating or moving. Like, I saw a shopping cart moving by itself.
Yeah. That really helps the midget sighting.
I love it. So he saw a floating tray of beer and realized a subhuman had it over its head.
Hey, Mark, that's good. Quick and to the point. Thank you, sir.
Good deal. You're my favorite, Opie.
Oh, old school Opie.
Meanwhile, back at the show.
Testicles from the sky. That's right, Jimmy. I'm not giving you a chance.
Why?
We're back in the show.
Oh, couldn't get that out quickly enough.
That's right. We're back discussing testicles bouncing off umbrellas.
I bet they would sound like boo, 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 boo.
All right.
As they hit.
Here's
spraying real hard. Boo, boo, boo.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
Join me and Mikey at a Sunoco station giving away a gallon of gas for 66 cents.
You gotta wake up, Mike. Oh my God!
Who picked that one,
dude? That bit was hilarious today, but that doesn't show that bit was hilarious.
It was a dynamic bit, some high points, some low points. You think when you're pulling one, you'd pull the high point.
Dan is not taking any credit for that one.
Oh wow!
We might have missed one today.
Might have.
Yeah, here it is. No, sometimes I give very precise time codes to Eric to pull the lines of the day. Then sometimes I say use your judgment.
Was that Eric?
Yeah, I said pull one of the better lines from that bit.
Wow.
Can we get him in here, please?
That was
one
like a
that was followed by dead air.
Yeah.
Are there more possible?
Maybe the first one where it was like fresh and
Eric,
everyone.
Please come in here.
Oh my God, Eric!
Eric, what's
Eric,
up, man?
You could have possibly pulled the worst line I did out of the Mike and the Mad Dog bit for a line of the day.
What was that?
I didn't pick line of the day.
I like this. I love Art's crew. And Van just snatched the mic from his hand angrily.
What happens is, especially with a longer bit, I can't write down every line that happens. So I wrote like 20-ish intentionally and put, and then said the bit, whatever.
So it wasn't a specific time code. It was, here's where the bit was. Find the best line of Anthony doing the Mike and the Mad Dog bit. Find the best line that he did out of that bit. And you just kind of picked one willy-nilly that wasn't very funny.
Well, that was the one at the time, but there is a second one. I went back and pulled another one that wasn't.
Why that? Not that wasn't a funny line.
Wait, so there's another one you picked?
There's another Mad Dog.
Let's hear it.
That wasn't really a punchline.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I know.
That was in the middle of a bunch of. You know what I mean? That wasn't like a laugh line. That was just a line you were saying.
Let's see if this one works.
Governor Corzine got in a bad accident. Bad car accident. Mikey, you know, the guy wasn't wearing a seatbelt. Coming out on the news. What do you think about that?
Wow. A disaster.
Those weren't meant for line of the day.
No, because you got
though. That
all got to be taken in context.
The bit was
though,
hilarious, but you don't know why he's snoring or
it's
any
all
of
a
that crap.
piece of it. It's like The Godfather's a great movie, but you can't just pull one little part out.
That's like you're hearing only like the first, I don't know, 20 minutes of Inagata-Davida.
Yeah.
You really want to hear the whole thing.
But at least that clip had a laugh in it, so like there's the energy about it.
Yeah.
You could have got the first line where, like Anthony said, where he just boom, he hit it and he snored.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise.
Yeah, and everybody laughed. It was like,
hey, look, I just read them, but Chris in PA says this calls for a bare butt bump.
Oh, might have to touch asses.
With Sam? Why Sam?
To document it.
Oh, I thought you meant Sam was going to.
Well, he was late. It should be Sam and E-Rock today.
Wait, why is this my fault? Why? Because you have the comedy instincts of Goebbels.
Now, you know, they underestimated how funny he could be.
No, he was a prop act, though. He was always, he needed gold teeth and a stolen pair of jewelry.
Put the lampshade on his head at the party.
Oh, that's it. All right, there's your runner-up line of the day right there.
He put the lampshade on and it yelled, ouch! Way to ruin a good joke.
I give Anthony runner-up line of the day right there.
That should be line of the day.
Absolutely.
That's awful.
Well, we're going to find out what line of the day is.
I thought they were, that was it, okay.
Don't forget all the tour info. We added Detroit this morning as well. All the info for the Opie and Anthony Traveling Virus Comedy Tour is up on opieandanthony.com. You want to read off the dates
just real
fast?
quick. It starts Friday, April 20th at the Hooky Loo.
You motherfucker!
There's Friday at the Hooky Loo, 7 and 10, 2 shows. It's crazy. And then the other stuff, I guess. Jones Beach Amphitheater in Wantagh, New York, June the 16th. Mohegan Sun Arena in Connecticut, June the 30th. The Tweeter Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts, June 21st. Nissan Pavilion, Bristol, Virginia, August 18. PNC in New Jersey in Homedale, August 25, and the Tweeter Center. That's the Philadelphia, the Tweeter Center.
The old Centi.
I call it the Tweeter Center. You know, it's kind of cute and abbreviated. The Tweeter Center in Camden. That's the Philly Market. That's September the 15th.
Cool. Tickets go on sale 9 a.m. at Ticketmaster this Friday. Here is your line of the day.
Here comes the line of the day. Line of the day.
She can't hear me right now. Instant feedback. I'm waiting for Norton's cell phone to ring in the middle of this bit. Instant feedback gets line of the day, huh? Whoa. Jeez.
And it's not
from. Wait. Isn't this from When Refrigerators Cry?
Maybe I'm just like a Frigidaire.
I was thinking that her calling out Jimmy at the end of her orgasm would have been good.
That was pretty funny too.
Well, very good.
It's okay. We should. I'm not saying that wasn't a great line of the day.
Easy thing.
That was
over
a
there,
good one.
drink your water.
And by the way,
not all of it. Oh my God, he is a wee too. This is fatal. Fatal combination. Water and a wee.
What?
We have a scale in here.
Why?
Somebody needs to be thrown on it real quick.
Oh, you think he's gained a lot of weight?
How could he not?
What was he last time?
I don't know.
They probably remember.
Travis knows.
Yeah,
of course he does.
By the way, we weren't even going to do the XM show today, so don't bitch that we go home early.
Yeah, so don't bitch about it.
And then we decided that we were going to make it to 10 o'clock.
Your voice is a little scratchy, sweetie.
And now it's 10:40. Not only that, the explosive diarrhea started about a half hour ago.
Oh, really?
Dude, another reason we got to leave immediately. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
Christ, you need a dick to plug it? I'm just saying, I'll help you. I'm a good guy.
Oh, look. Travis has
a notebook with fucking fatso's weight in it.
It's probably a notebook with every bad thing he's ever done. And
yeah, no kidding, man. He's going through the E-Rock.
How late he is every day. And
that was last time he was okay.
You have his weight from the last time we weighed him?
Travis is a good boy.
It's 210.
Yeah, we're making bets.
Okay.
Sam.
Oh, look at Sam running.
That's Sam and Travis squared.
That's good.
It's July 21st, not June. You fucker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say June? I apologize.
For what?
Yes. For the Tweeter Center in Mansfield, Massachusetts. My error.
Okay. Well, all that info's up on opieandanthony.com.
Nah, but there's no excuse. I blundered.
E-Rock, I have nothing to do with this because remember, I'm not allowed to make fun of you until after tomorrow's show.
Why are you sighing? I was sorry. I feel bad. What's the matter?
What?
Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, it's the agitated Eric. I like the agitated Eric.
Eric is going to snap and punch somebody one day.
Eric tries to blow it off. Like, it's just like, just shut up. Doesn't annoy him. But it annoys him so badly. We were having such a pisser in the office before we went to Vegas. See, no one knows this. Sam does impressions. And he does a great E-Rock impression, but he needs the hat and everything. And he was trying to do it with E-Rock there, and he couldn't do it. He was laughing so hard, he was crying.
Oh, we got to hear
And
this.
he was wiping tears away.
That could be Eric. Just put on that's Eric when talking about Hulk Hogan and Opie.
His heroes.
I get it.
Wiping tears away.
Hey, by the way, Mikey Boombots wants credit. That was his instant feedback, I guess, from Phil.
Good boy, Mike.
It got the line of the day.
Here's. Let's see if he could do it. Here's his impression. He's putting the hat on, and he brushes his hair forward as much as he can, but he's a kinky.
He can't help it.
He's got nappy hair. There he goes.
All right, he's got the...
Hey. Question for you. And this is where you ask the question that has nothing to do with what's going on right now. Like, for instance, if it's the 1 hour before the show starts. Hey. Did you see what they were saying on Whack Bag last night? Oh, no, you can put your headphones back on then.
Oh, my God. Wait. On Friday, he walks up and just goes, he puts his hands out and goes, question.
Question. I don't know. No.
Oh, Sam is fucking brutal, man.
He really is.
He is the biggest scumbag in in this place.
Sam. They make me do this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure you're feeling agony doing this.
It sucks.
Fucking Sam.
He's innocent looking, but vicious. Vicious, like a panda bear.
All right.
Now, yeah, why is E-Rock in here?
Well, we had someone suggested.
You suggested.
No, I didn't. I said he looks. I said you look good.
You suggested.
I think you.
I'm
look
not allowed
good.
to make fun of him until after tomorrow's show.
Well, people had always been poking fun at your weight, which never made me comfortable.
You.
No, I didn't mean that.
Medium boy shirts.
I want to see you look better. I think you have a great body. You should show it off.
What else has he said about your weight? Let's get it out in the open.
Child beanie hats.
Well, that's more of a...
He said that your forehead shakes like blubber when you run.
Only because you ran in and I was nervous that you were going to barrel me over, but it was a lot of it was muscle. A lot of it was muscle. And someone had said that you put...
You?
I said he looked like he lost some weight. We should weigh him again because the last time you were on your way, you were doing good. You were 210. And I think you look like you slimmed down to 205. So I say we jump up on that scale and we prove it. I think you look good.
Iraq, what would you say? Up or down?
I'd say it's not worth spending your money on it because you lost already. I'm not. I think I'm a little over 210 right now.
Well, let's just take a look. I mean, I'm not gambling. I think you look good. I think.
No, he really thinks you did. You don't gain weight.
Did you actually think he thought you lost weight and was saying that and saying, "I'll save you money"?
Yes.
For betting. Why would we ask you in here at the end of the show when you know everyone wants to leave to see if you've lost weight so we could fucking say what a good job you've done?
Why would anyone call anyone from the show in and go, hey, good job?
Yeah, exactly. It is just all about fucking crucifying people.
Yeah, we're going to run in like a birthday cake and say congratulations.
Yeah. Well, great job.
Right.
You know, we wanted to leave earlier, but we just want to, reinforce your self-esteem and your accomplishments. No, he said he thought you looked fatter.
What is this?
Get on the fucking scale.
What is this dummy doing with their car in the puddle?
Pushing it through puddles. What the fuck did they go through? It's stalled out.
And why does CNN have to cover two people pushing a car through a puddle?
Who knows?
It's silly. Enjoy your fucking cars that don't guzzle gas and are a foot high off the ground as they're stalled in puddles.
Can we go? I'm not kidding. My ass is going
I have to splash pedestrians. Come on.
Did we get him on?
That's your cue.
Get on the scale. He's throwing. He's in defeat already.
I don't know. I think you'll probably look good. All right, take off 30 pounds for clothes.
Uh-oh. He hit 0. Nice try, buddy.
Come on, what is it?
He re-zeroed it with his weight on it, so now it says he's negative 200. 30.
Hold on, the poor boy is nervous.
You just... The scale's rebelling.
That can't be right.
I just said that can't be right.
353 is the official number, ladies and gentlemen.
353 from 210.
Jim's got an eagle eye for weight gain.
What did you eat? Fucking lead cookies?
Holy shit! The funny part is, part of him really thinks it might be right. He's studying the scale. Like,
dummy looks down. That can't be right.
353.
Obviously.
He broke it.
All right, we're trying again.
Fucking.
Oh, yeah! Damn it!
What?
We made bets.
Oh, you did?
You guys secretly made.
Of course they did.
How'd he do?
It's like the nom.
What's the official answer, Travis? 220 pounds.
Oh,
you put 10 back on?
You put back 10.
Then again, is he wearing different? These look like new boots. Are they new boots?
Yes, gold pattern.
Well, it's 220.8, so that would be the 0.8.
All right.
Eric is now fatter than he was when we first started this in January.
Wow. Eric, you lost it all because.
What are you doing?
What are you eating?
Not too bad, just a lot.
Well, not too good either.
Not too bad, just a lot.
Stop trying to take lemons and make cake.
A lot. A parking lot.
Like a lot is a bunch.
Yeah.
I ate the whole lot.
A lot.
So what do you been snacking a little too much? I find myself snacking.
No, not a big snacker, but cold cuts for lunch. Breakfast is usually pretty good.
What kind of cold cuts? Have turkey. If you have some turkey,
ham,
on wheat bread,
chicken, or the low salt ham and bologna.
Yeah, but are you using mayo?
Just muffin tops.
No, actually.
Yeah, remember that?
Muffin top.
You gotta have fucking
They're
turkey.
Call you old muffin top.
take turkey and put it on wheat bread and have mustard.
Horseradish mustard.
Yeah, a little lettuce and tomato. Horseradish have probably mayo in it, but whatever.
Big as a horseradish mustard.
Are we actually talking about his diet?
It's revolting. We're just trying to find ways to get him. And we have to be polite talk for a second to keep him here.
I like how it had to be pointed out that he's bigger than he was when the whole thing started. Oh, no. Come on, microphone, please.
Bring the mic in there.
Please. Please, it's right there, readily available.
Give it to him. He'll talk.
Come on, let's hear it.
Steven, get a mic.
Got a mic.
Let's hear it. We got to hear this one because it's probably going to be really rank. Ope's been sick.
I can't hear you guys.
Yeah, he doesn't have headphones on, but okay. Just heard the door shut. Yeah.
Oh, just take your time. No problem here. Jesus. What the fuck? Ouch.
Uh-oh. Goes the door. The stall. Nice echo in that bathroom.
Good for shitting.
Bathroom smells like a fucking zoo, though. This won't make it any better. Is his asshole oscillating? What's that sound?
You're not going to get anything.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it's a false alarm.
He's nervous.
You're just scared. Let her rip.
Let the courage push that duty out.
Relax. Just relax.
Just relax. You want to come in there and rub your tummy?
No, it's all right.
Have Poe chisel it out for you. As we wait for the duty, Opie now sitting in the bathroom, waiting for a bowel movement.
What the hell's that?
I don't know. It's beeping. Jesus Christ. There's a fucking robot in the stall next to him taking a leak. Jimmy has like bowel.
All right, who's in here?
My asshole rules.
You can control them. Like, you know, if you're taking a shit. You can fart almost on cue. Some people have a little harder of a time. I personally know I really have to take a shit before I try to take a shit. But there could be problems. You don't want to have to clinch in the middle.
Why do I hear rolling?
Yeah.
This chick is running a marathon in space.
Shit or what's coming out of Roland's mouth, same thing. Talking to Steve, and look, Steve is just not even acknowledging.
Why don't we just let him shit in peace? He doesn't have to shit.
Yeah, it does sound like it. Okay, we try.
So we'll close the show like this. Opie trying to take a dump, me going to take a leak, and Fan just going,
Fan in the middle going, what do you want from me?
We end the show.
Look at Roland talking to Steve, and Steve isn't even paying attention to him.
Why would he?
Steve is not paying the least bit of attention to Roland.
Ask him where Larry King is. Larry was supposed to be.
Yeah, where's Larry King, Roland? Quickly.
Hey, he's not doing.
From out there.
Just yell, and don't say at CNN headquarters.
Larry King?
Yeah, where are we getting Larry King?
I'll call and ask him.
I thought it was like set up.
Yeah.
I remember getting a sheet and saying yes to Larry King.
I don't know.
Was that one of those decoy sheets with like people that are available and then people that will never get?
Larry King, I'll check on that.
Yeah.
Was Mikey the Chimp coming in?
What about Mikey the Chimp? Mikey the Chimp takes garlic.
I'll call too.
I know Steve has been working diligently on it.
Steve.
Welcome to the area.
Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, we have him tentatively booked for tomorrow. I just have to find out if we can get a chance to
up. What's that?
we have to
get him in the building?
Of course you can.
That's racism. That's chimpism.
I knew that was coming.
It is. Why can't you have a chimp in the building? Love those little things.
Thank you.
He'll put a diiper on.
We're going to get Ozzy in when his new album comes out?
It comes out in August.
What time is Mikey supposed to come in?
Supposed to be here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m.
9:30? Why not a little earlier?
Do you want him earlier?
What does he have, feces throwing penciled in for before us?
Hey, listen, for Mikey, how about this? They don't fucking...
They're driving up from Baltimore.
How about this?
Okay.
You don't fucking tell him there's a fucking chimp in the building. You bring him in something.
You just bring him...
Ew.
We got a little squeaky something.
Your asshole sounds like the door at the Adams house.
Yeah, like Thing's little door.
Yeah.
When he opened his...
A little hand just popped out of his asshole and waved.
Mail's in. Thank you, Thing.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that was a...
This mic says Jim, by the way.
That was...
Oh, good.
Thanks, guys. That's what it sounded like.
That was a good one. I hear the belt going on.
Yeah, you just can't. Sometimes you gotta go. You think you gotta go, and a little quiet gas seeps out.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here. Huh? What do you say? It started from we leave an hour early to it's like 9 minutes till.
Ew.
Thank God we might have missed that gem.
It sounded like you skid your bike tire on a window.
Was that awful?
Wow.
Just laugh.
I know. There's nothing that makes a man giggle. Like shit and fart sounds.
Yeah, there's people in here, too. Who gives a fuck? Can we end the show, please?
Wait, one more. One more sound, please.
I don't think I have any more. Maybe I do. Oh, my God. That just stinks. Oh, my God.
Oh, I got to go pee, so.
E-Rock, you can't bounce people from Pal Talk for calling you fat.
Exactly.
How do you bounce? I thought only I had bounce power. Oh, well. Oh, okay. You're a liar. All right. Let's get out of here, then.
Bye, guys.
You done, Hope?
I'll come in there and check your bottom.
Yeah, we'll all come in, and I'm not going in there. It stinks in there. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow on these very airwaves. And Jimmy?
Oh, wait.
Anything?
Hucky Lou?
Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy. I'll give you a warning.
This Friday, April 20th, the Hucky Lou. It's the Comedy Connection in Chicopee, Mass. First time ever there. And 2 shows, 7 and 10:30. 413-593-5522. 413-593.
Oh, is that awful?
Yeah, there's your fucking out.
Yeah, later. See you tomorrow.
Let's do it!
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Line of the Day is brought to you by Bodog. If you'd like to vote on any of the weekly show polls, go to iliketolisten.com.